This is Minkles and Dragons.
As we rejoin our party, we find them aboard their reclaimed ship, the Velvet Empress, finally about to embark on their journey back towards the capital city of Unity in an effort to study the Master Minkledon aboard and uncover its secrets of magical resistance. It has been a turbulent few weeks since our players overthrew the demonic cult leader of the city they found themselves imprisoned within. And in the time since his demise, at the hand of a well-thrown enchanted weapon to the head of Kip, head by Kip.
Wait, what?
There has been no shortage of conflicts to resolve. After weeks of tense debate and diffusing violent tensions between all parties on a daily basis, however, our heroes and their companions can no longer remain to uphold the peace, as the sense of urgency accompanying your original mission becomes too great to ignore. And so, after a period of repair and replenishment, and with some new faces welcome aboard their vessel, the Velvet Empress is about to set sail when a gathering of different beings come to wish farewell to their saviors, headed by a familiar figure. Wielding her unholy power for the betterment of all, and leading the way as a shining example of the potential bright new future of her people, the demonkin priestess Devotion and her followers have elected to remain behind and work with the newly freed slave population to establish a new city-state of exiles and outcasts, hoping to make peace with their former oppressors in the process. Before wishing you a fond farewell, however, she informs you in front of the collective gathered populace that they would be honored if the three of you would decide on a new name for the city, in honor of your role as the saviors of its many oppressed and abused inhabitants. They wait, and with bated breath, for you all to deliberate on what that name might be.
Oh, no. We have to name it? Oh my.
Yeah.
Wait, it's the name for, what was it again?
Okay, so remember how you guys were in this demonic subdimension city that kind of like is in its own thing? It didn't really have a name, and they want to give it a name so that it can be like a better place for the future, right? Where people can come and like, actually have a good time instead of be slaves.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay.
What's like the least edgy name we can name this
The least edgy, yeah. And like non-demonic. Can we get chat to help us? Can the chat help us on this?
Of course. If you guys have any ideas in chat about what you might want to name this city, go ahead and suggest it.
What's the level in Diablo where it's like unicorns and stuff? In Diablo. Seriously, what's that level? Does anybody remember what it's called?
I don't know the name of it.
Shit. If anybody in chat knows, let us know, because that would be pretty... Whimsyshire! Yes! Can we please call this place Whimsyshire?
Kiwi would approve of very much.
I like the name. If somebody can think of a variant on Whimsyshire, that would be probably better. Yeah, like Whimsydale, like Kiri's suggestion of Whimsydale.
Whimsydale. I think that's perfect.
Yeah, what say you, Laszlo?
It's got the demonic unicorns. That's like so perfect. Laszlo, do you agree? Whimsydale?
I own the ship. You guys worry about the naming.
That's fair. Whimsydale it is.
All right, and so you guys have named this place Whimsydale, which I'm gonna just write in here.
I gotta write
Whimsydale. And yeah, so there's a bit of confused clapping. So everyone's like, yeah, okay, I guess we did ask. And the crowd is getting larger and larger by the minute as you guys are kind of staying there. And there's a bit of a fanfare of like thank you and like we'll wish you better, blah blah blah. And as everybody gets on, basically starts getting aboard the ship and begins to finally board the ship once more, Devotion pulls aside Kip and leads her behind one of the docks, imposing demonic statues out of view of the waiting crowd. She smiles at you with expectant look in her eyes. What would you like to do here, Kip?
Heavy breathing? Oh, God. Oh, okay. I'm going to look at her, and I'm just going to, like, hold out my hands and touch her hands, and I'm just going to say, are you sure you don't want to come with us?
She kind of, like, nods her head, directly. Like, she'd be better used here trying to make a better future for her people.
That's understandable. I know what it's like to have a lot of you know what? Fuck it. And then I'm just gonna lean in and I'm just gonna plant a big kiss on her lips.
Fair enough. She doesn't, like, there's no active, like, oh, this is a terrible experience, or like a what the fuck, man. It's just kind of like she leans into it, and you guys kind of hold a bit of a brief intimate moment together, and she laughs softly to herself after you kind of pull back, and she asks you to hold out your hand. What's your response?
Of course I'm gonna hold out my hand.
Taking hold of your wrist, she places your hand open palmed on her chest and likewise extends her own hand to kind of place it upon yours. And she looks at you in the eyes with like a warm smile, and her face kind of lights up a bit, and she asks for your permission to give you a very important gift. Do you give her permission?
I accept, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. As soon as you give your permission, you can see her hand begin to glow white with magical flame, and a searing pain starts to engulf your chest.
Stop!
As soon as it starts, however, the pain subsides quickly, and as devotion removes her hand from your chest, you can feel something on your chest just above your heart. And looking down, it appears to be a word or phrase in the demonic language you saw around the city previously. Devotion, as you kind of look up, you can see Devotion is wiping away tears of blood from her face, and kind of pulls the neck of her robe over to show you an imprint of her own in her flesh in the same place as where yours ended up. She informs you that the writing on your chest spells her name, and the writing on her own spells yours. And through this bond, should either of you be in trouble or in great pain, the feeling will be shared with the other, and the brand will basically illuminate. And also, should you ever wish to speak with her, wherever you are in the world, all you need to do is cover the brand on your chest with your hand. I think that's the side. And say her name aloud. And to answer, all she needs to do is basically cover your name with her own hand and respond. Is there anything you would like to say to Devotion in reply to this?
This is the greatest gift I've ever received. Not only because I can't lose it, but this is really special to me, and I promise I'll only use it for emergencies. I'm gonna miss you a lot. And then I'm just gonna oh, go ahead.
And then you just what? Sorry?
Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, well, she just kind of winks at you and says that you don't need to do it for just emergencies.
Oh. I start getting a little bit nervous again. Okay. Sounds good.
Fair enough. All right.
No, there are plenty of rooms on the Velvet Empress.
You're not here, Laszlo.
Laszlo!
Were you just creeping around the corner?
Laszlo's like, ladies.
Oh my god, you peeping Tom. Laszlo, get out of here. Shoo. This is a private conversation.
Now, Keefe, on the other hand, would have followed you right in there.
What are we doing? We making out with demons? Cool. All right. So you all make your way back aboard the Empress, and Kip, you rejoin Keefe, and Laszlo apparently isn't there, but also coming back aboard with you. Alongside a gathering consisting of Dallin, Codcar, Prue, Roland, Eric, Eldar, and Rex. Also, nobody has really seen or heard from Kirkin since your fight with Dominance, but you get a pretty firm feeling you have not seen the last of him on your adventures. Moving together to the side of the ship, you all watch a massive horde of different beings crowd the docks, cheering and waving their goodbyes to you as the Velvet Empress starts to pull away into the endless void surrounding the city. Is there anything you three would like to do or say in this moment?
I'm kind of in my own little world right now. I'm just kind of I'm looking off in like dreamland.
I definitely am waving very energetically at everyone, just overwhelmed by the scenes of celebration. And
So you're just kind of lifting yourself up over the railing and just like flailing. What about you, Laszlo?
Farewell, crapbug. I mean, Whimsydale.
Fair enough. Delivering the last of your goodbyes to the people of the newly named city of Whimsyburg from the upper deck of the ship, you all turn to face the bow as a massive portal, much like the one that brought you here initially, opens into the void ahead. As the ship plunges forth through the portal, you are all treated to another barrage of screaming demonic voices beyond the edge of your perception. This time, however, you all thankfully remain conscious as the ship passes into the swirling mass of magical energy. Emerging from the other side of the vortex, you find yourselves passing through the cool night air of the Yellow Horizon fields and breathe a collective sigh of relief at the familiar sight of the capital city of Unity Plateau in the distance ahead. A short while later, emerging from the vortex, the Velvet Empress pulls into Unity's airship docks. And as you feel the ship slide into place, the crew begins the process of anchoring the ship and extending the gangways. While your companions begin to disperse and go about their various activities aboard the ship, you can all hear Siphius the Stone Singer shuffle up hurriedly behind you. Hello, yes. Good job on everything that we just went through the past few weeks. Good, well done. However, we absolutely must get your Master Minkledon to the Stone Citadel's labs without delay. The sooner we can begin researching the creature's magical resistances, the sooner we can begin to come up with a method of traversing the frozen hellscape in the north and pursue our true objective. This is where you guys can reply.
I thought that we delivered the. Hold on, just like out of character. Didn't we deliver the Master Minkledon?
No, you got
we
way
were on
late.
the way to it, and then we got.
Oh, and then yep, wormhole thingy. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. You're back on your adventures after bringing peace to the demonic half demon cult city full of slaves and whatnot. Now you're back on track to get back to Unity and be like, hey, here's this big thing that we were talking about, and we got an even bigger one than you probably expected. So how's it do the thing kind of situation, right?
Yeah. Got it.
So we're on our way to Unity, right? Like currently, like we're flying now. We've left
you're in Unity. You've
we're
docked
there.
at Unity's like airship docks.
Oh, okay. Do I have to change? Do we have anything for that yet? Or no? Do you want me to keep?
No,
it
I don't. I don't have the city map for it. You can keep it on the world map though.
Okay. Let me enlarge, enhance.
Enhance.
Okay. Well, yeah. I say let's go get this shit started. I'm ready. And never mind. I couldn't remember if I had any more elven friendship brownies.
Oh yeah, that seems to be a trend with us whenever we go to the city.
Right. Can we
That's
are we able to fly our Master Minkledon to where we have to like show it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you guys, so essentially what's happened is you've docked at the outer ring, which is outside of the central city. And then anyone who has the authorization to do so, i.e. Siphius, can fly anything that they want over the walls and up to the Stone Citadel.
Okay.
You've also never seen any ships or anything actually try to go past this, like, because the wall basically, as was described to you in some other experience off camera, basically. It was informed to you that the wall around Unity is essentially a magic barrier that kind of creates a bit of a bubble over the entirety of the city. And anyone who doesn't have the right, essentially, enchanted clearance about them will just immediately be vaporized trying to cross the threshold of the wall.
Okay. So is Sivius with us?
Yeah, he's right in front of you. He's the one who said all that stuff about.
That was Sivius. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go, Sivius. Can we all hop on the Master Minkledon and get this underway? I'm eager.
Siphius basically is like, well, you should probably stay here. I can, as much as loath as I am to do it, I can just take the Master Minkledon up to the research labs, and you guys can worry about getting everything prepared while I don't know if you'll be of any help during this process, but I feel like there's probably other things in the city you can take care of while we more learned professionals take care of this kind of testing.
I mean, we wrinkled it ourselves, but I mean, I guess if you don't think we're gonna be that helpful.
Yes, but I mean, if you're someone who wrangles the cows and the horses, you don't necessarily know how to fix them, right?
All right. Well, what you're saying is we shouldn't be involved, and we should all probably go to the pub and get a drink. What do you think, Keefy Laszlo? I think let them handle the intense matters while we go get some drink. We haven't had a drink in a hot minute.
We could use a rest.
Yes.
If by rest you mean drinking, yes, let's do that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you necessarily need to go to a pub. Your ship is very large and essentially a floating casino/hotel, more or less.
Oh, yeah.
Steve, but I suppose you wouldn't really have much in the way of a lot of booze after your adventures.
Yeah, I still get air sickness, so I wouldn't mind stepping off of this flying ship and hitting up a pub.
While you are all in the middle of discussing what best way to handle the Master Minkledon's transference and basically what to do with your time, you can hear what sounds to be a faint voice float up the side of the ship. And kind of peering over the side, you can all see what looks to be a tall and graceful elvish woman with long brown hair standing on the docks looking back up at you. And she calls out again to you all. Katie, that's you.
What kind of wood is this?
Hello?
Hi, your ship. What kind of wood is this?
Sturdy.
The kind that we could still fly in the air and somehow it magically stays in the air.
Just
Laszlo,
a
what
side.
kind of wood is this?
Sorry, just a side note. The Empress is made out of metal.
Oh,
it's metal.
Just kidding. It's metal.
It has a wooden deck, though.
It's a beautiful wood.
I wanted them to embarrass themselves.
Laszlo.
So they're like up on the ship itself at this point.
Yeah, think of like a miniature Titanic almost, in that it's like a floating airship that doesn't have like your standard like balloon above it, more or less, and it's just like a big boat you would normally see in water, but it's actually made out of like metal.
Okay. This is the finest wood I've ever seen. I've never seen wood like this.
Why, thank
Only
you.
the best.
And who may you be?
Oh, I'm
wood
Tiffany.
expert?
Hi, wood expert. Hi, Tiffany. Yeah, are you some sort of wood expert?
Oh yes, I'm a master of many things. Wood being one of them. Do you guys want to come down and like chat? I just would love to chat more about this ship.
I was just saying that I am sick of this ship and would love to get off of it.
Yes, please come down and speak with me.
I just kind of look over at Keefy and Laszlo and I'm like, do we go? Yes.
She seems to really like wood.
Laszlo just shrugs. Okay. So
Yeah,
we'll proceed to step off of the ship and head toward Tiffany.
All right, so you guys go through the process of going down the stairs and off the main gangway, and you meet. You don't know. Wait, did you introduce yourself?
Yeah,
She
I
said
said my
Tiffany,
name was
yeah.
Tiffany.
Okay, you meet. You meet up with Tiffany on the docks, and you get the three of you are now standing there with Tiffany, and as you're kind of leaving, Siphies is like, "So should I take the thing then?"
Yeah, sure, Sivius. Yeah.
Yes, what are
whatever.
you still doing
Whatever.
here?
Just take the thing. Don't break anything. Don't go in my room.
And don't vomit on the Master Minkledon. Thank you.
That might actually be a concern considering how quickly it flies, but we'll find out, won't we? All right, so Siphius kind of nods his head, going forward with permission to kind of take the Master Minkledon up to the Citadel, and you guys disembark from the ship and are now standing in front of Tiffany.
I'm definitely leaning over, rubbing your ship. This wood, I mean, where did you find it?
We bought it we won it. We did a lot of things.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense. It's a beautiful ship.
Yeah, the best.
So my name's Tiffany. What's your name?
I'm Keefe.
Keefe.
Yes. I here in this group I try and keep things chipper and helpful. So I'm sure,
A very good trait.
maybe I'll get to help you out at some point.
Oh, I surely hope that you will. How about you? What's your name?
My name is Laszlo Dipple, and you are a fascinating woman. Where did you come from?
Oh, I'm from around these parts. Just, this is my home. This is where I come from. I'm totally here all the time.
That is quite vague.
I have a camp nearby. Do you guys want to come check out my camp? I'm having a picnic.
The last time we were invited somewhere into a room, turned out it was a vampire who wanted to eat us. So,
oh, I'm not a vampire, so you can rest assured. I'm an elven woman.
that I can, yeah.
No, she seems lovely. Let's follow her.
Yes, please. I've got a nice campfire. I've got some rocks we can sit on.
Oh, rocks.
Yes.
Do you like rocks?
Do you have any fire?
Yes, I can make a fire. We'll roast some food over the fire, and we'll get to know each other a little better.
Most important, do you have wine?
Well, my sect of elves don't drink. We have to be vigilant at all times, so unfortunately no wine.
Could I bring wine?
Of course, please bring as much wine as you would like.
Okay, so we're still allowed to drink, even though you don't partake.
Yes, of course.
So you won't be judging them then?
No, of course. I won't be judging them a single bit.
Okay. Wait, we
Why
stepped
are
off.
you guys the trusting ones? just some random person comes up and compliments our wood, and then we're ready to go back to their camp that night.
I was a little bit weary for like a second. As long as I can bring some wine. Are we far off? Like, have we stepped just off of the ship? Can I go back really quickly, grab some wine, and then come back out?
Yeah, you still haven't left the ship.
Oh,
no, I'm
great.
still rubbing the ship. For sure.
Okay, I am going to do that then. I'm going to run back and grab 2 bottles of a red and a white and come back. Be right back in a jiffy.
What was her name? I didn't catch her name.
Oh, she's Kip. She yeah, and you'll see a little fuzzy thing. It's like a dog. It's also a bow. It also has trouble. That's
She can leave
Kip.
that behind if she wants. I mean, there's fire. There's fire where we're going, so.
No. It's
We don't want it to run in the fire, catch on fire. I don't want it to die.
Oh, are you guys talking about Pip here?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, she'll be fine. Don't worry. She is a little simple, but she understands that fire hurts. Fire equals ouch.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
I'm making a fire. We'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Wait, wait, so Keefe?
Yeah.
Laszlo, and Kip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
It's nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet
To
you, Tiffany.
meet you too, Tiffany.
Let's go. I'm having a picnic, so let's come this way. And I turn and I start leading them into the woods. If there's woods around.
There are no woods.
There are no woods. Okay. What is the landscape like then?
Okay, let me describe it to you. I should have just used the baseline of the map I have at least. So essentially, you're in a big city that's built on a plateau.
Okay.
The entirety of the city, the area that you're in right now, is like the docks. So this is a ring of like docks for airships that are filled with like flop houses and warehouses and like inns and all kinds of stuff like that. And then inside the city itself, it's a big city that's just kind of like 3 massive stone rings with structures on top, and then a lot of like tunneled structures built into the stone itself. And then outside of this massive plateau that this thing sits on, there's slums just like all around the base of the plateau, basically. It's people who are trying to get into the city. And there's lots of like poor folk from the wastelands who kind of congregate in these. They're like worse than Brazilian favelas, basically.
Okay. So are there alleyways that are like long and dark?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to lead them down some blocks, and there's going to be like an alleyway where I have a little campfire, and I've definitely got rocks from somewhere and set them around the campfire. I probably brought them with me, and I have like a little crappy tent, and I have like a little basket of like fruit and some bread and stuff.
All right, and just as you guys are, as you're leaving, before you kind of go with her to that area, you can kind of hear the sound of, the Master Minkledon on the top of the ship kind of taking off at rocketing speeds to the Citadel, and you can kind of hear in the faint distance Siphius being like, "Fuck!"
Uh-oh.
Kind of just watch that like rocket off into the distance for a bit.
He's gonna puke on that Master Minkledon, I just know it. Just know it.
Not gonna end well.
No.
But we don't have to clean it up this time,
That's
so...
so true. We'll leave the professionals to it, as he some sort of said. Yeah, we'll let the professionals clean it up.
Fair enough. All right, so you guys are just gonna go along with Tiffany to her nice little camp in an alley somewhere.
Trusting as ever, going to follow Tiffany to a campfire with the promise of warmth and wine.
As we get closer, I'm just gonna kind of pull my bread knife out and just kind of have it like hidden but ready. Just a little cautious of what we might find in this camp.
Laszlo, anything you're doing?
I just have I have no concerns at the moment. We're home. I'm just following. It's a nice day out.
Okay, perfect. Just a reminder to everybody, we're probably going to resolve our first vote here. Oh, what the hell? Oh my god. Twitch Picks didn't save it. Twitch Picks? Okay, it's up now. So I'll stall a bit before resolving this. But essentially, there is a vote up now called Twitch Picks on the screen you guys can vote for. It's intentionally vague. But basically what you vote for will be determined in the experience as we go along. And as you, refresh the stream if you want to see the vote system, essentially. And as we go along, we resolve these votes, and I'll tell you basically what they mean. They're intentionally vague because the players aren't supposed to know about them, and please try not to discuss the results too much spoilery, essentially. Like, don't directly mention what the vote is for. It's kind of unavoidable with new people coming in, but we just try to mention, like, keep it on the DL, because it's a fun little surprise. We jump on the party twice, or so maybe it's 3 times an adventure. So going forward, if you guys can go ahead and cast your votes now while we continue everybody wandering into a dark alleyway that has been made tolerably homey. You guys reach the camp. And Tiffany, if you want to take the lead here.
Well, thank you for joining me. I've been hoping to have some guests for a while. I pick up my fruit and the bread. Please have a seat. I've got fruit and bread.
Okay.
I mean, I've got a bread knife, so
Oh, well, that's a happy accident, isn't it? And
Yeah,
so
this is
I'll
perfect.
hand over the bread to her.
I'm just gonna like plop my butt on the ground and ignore this barking dog, and I'm gonna just start sawing away at
Those
some
damn
little
street
Sorry,
dogs.
Pip
Street
gets
dogs are just in
really
here. Yeah.
Pip also gets really excited when she sees bread. She just loves bread, so apologize. I'll try to tame my beast.
No, please eat all the bread you want. But this is my little home here. What do you guys think?
It's nice. Do I just sit on a rock? Should I just pull up?
Yeah, the rocks are for sitting.
Oh,
So you guys could just sit on a rock. It's perfect. Perfect.
Alright.
Please have a seat.
Is that your house? I kind of like
Yes, this is my house. It's like probably a really crappy like it's not even made well. It's just like looks like it was thrown together. There's like a kind of a stick sticking out and there's some fabric draped over it. There's nothing inside of it though. It's just a stick with a piece of fabric draped over it.
how long have you been living here, Tiffany?
Oh, I'm camping. I actually don't live here, so I live in the forest. I come here to camp. It's kind of my like
You know, we have plenty of rooms on the Velvet Empress if you'd like to have an actual bed and amenities.
I appreciate that. I guess we can see where today goes and make a decision towards the end of our picnic. But please, please eat some of this and drink some wine. Here, I probably have some like little crappy cups, little glass blown cups. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
So you guys you're from here, right? This is where you're from?
No, actually,
no,
we're all...
not at all.
No, we
Okay.
we aren't from this place.
Is this where you like live though now?
I mean,
Sort of temporarily.
yeah, we don't really have permanent homes right now. We're all over the place. Basically camping.
Camping.
Yeah,
Great.
I think
Great hobby.
our collective home currently is the Velvet Empress, hence why I wanted to get off of it. We've been traveling a little while. Yeah, so no, Unity, actually not super familiar with. I think we've only been here like one other time, guys. I think that was like, yeah, we've only been here one
it
other
was
time.
kind of scary with like a large elder dragon staring down at us.
Yeah, not great memories. Not great memories of our one other visit here.
Oh, so it's safe to say you don't know anybody here.
No, not really.
Okay.
No, we don't.
I don't know
we
anyone
have
here.
friends here.
Okay.
Powerful ones.
Yeah, we have powerful friends who know exactly where we are at all times.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I just feel so open with you. I just want to tell you everything.
I'm so glad you feel comfortable, Laszlo. It just seems like we've known each other for so long, and this is our first.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, so please eat. Let me get you some wine. Please keep drinking wine. Have a lot of wine, please.
Oh.
I know you guys like wine, so I'll start pouring them glasses, handing them around.
Thank you.
Kifi, or I'm just going to kind of like pretend to sip the wine very slowly, but not actually drink.
I have a sip, of course. Of course, I have a sip. But I also am a little bit weary here, so I'm not going to be drinking as much as Tiffany is giving us. I actually have 2 shitty glasses in my hand full to the brim of wine now because she keeps handing them over. And I'm like,
Is it good? I mean, I haven't had a picnic in a while. I just want to make sure it's a fun picnic. Is it a fun picnic?
This is good. I'm going to set this one down. I'm going to save it for later because I got to get this one. But
Well, I've heard some people double fist, like when they want their wine. So I wasn't sure if you guys wanted.
Yeah, I gotta take it easy. I gotta be have to have my wits about me. You know, you never know when someone is going to attack. Right?
It's a very scary world.
It is.
It's true. She can barely hold her coffee.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm just gonna
Sorry, Kip, I'm sorry, but
I'm
it's
gonna
true.
get up and I'm gonna walk over 2 rocks down that are further away from Kifi and Laszlo, and I'm gonna just be like, and sit down and have a couple more sips.
Is Are you guys having a moment? Should I?
Don't worry
should I
about
let
it.
you
It's
guys
fine.
Work this out.
It's
Okay.
fine.
All right. Here, I want to show you guys something. I go get a very crudely whittled spear. See this baby? I made this myself. You wanna just look really here. Like look at the fine whittling that I did on this. Do you guys see?
Wow.
You must have a lot of free time on your hands.
Oh, I'm a master whittler. I want to maybe sell these someday. So you guys think I could sell these? You think someone would buy this?
Can you go ahead and describe like how it looks?
Oh,
Just so
it
that
is like it's like a piece of wood I found that fell off a tree, and I really crudely whittled it. It's poorly done. It's uneven, and it's sharp on the end, but it's a very blunt sharpness. It's not precisely whittled at all.
It
So
looks.
you'd say like they might be polite about it, but you're saying that it looks like crap.
Yeah, it looks like crap.
Okay.
But I'm asking them if I could sell it.
Wait, did you say it's a spear? Sorry, I thought my
Yes,
Pip is eyeing it up. It looks like a good chew toy.
Oh,
There's
no,
clearly a point.
I think there's
Oh.
clearly a market for this with the gnomes. Yeah, that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. There's a gnome audience might be wanting this.
Gnome
Okay,
audience.
cool.
Yeah, I think.
Yes,
I think
yes,
go to
look
the
at-
farmers market. That you'll be real popular
I mean,
there.
Rustic
Yeah, you know, reach those dreams.
spears. I feel like it's something most people need. I know. I mean, I could sell for what? 100 per?
Maybe start. Sure. Yeah. Do that. Yeah. Start there. You'll do fine. Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Reach
Awesome.
your dreams. You got this.
Okay. I grab at it and inspect it, and I say, yes, look at the fine craftsmanship. It's almost adorable. I love it. You could use it for all kinds of things. It's beautiful.
Thank you. And I'll take it back. And so Kip is sitting further down from us, right?
Yeah, and as you guys are kind of like interacting, you can hear somebody, of the busyness of the docks, even at this hour, somebody in the distance is kind of like, "Hey, Lord Ch.4, thanks for gifting a sub to Cruddy Learner 69." And you're like, "Wow, that's kind of weird to hear." And then you go back to what you're doing.
I'm gonna stroll down towards Kip. Kip, here, look. I want you to look really, really close. Right at the you see? And I'm gonna put it like in her face. Do you see the craftsmanship?
Yeah.
And
It's really, really great, isn't it?
I'm just gonna motion thumbs up at Kip, where hopefully Tiffany can't see me, like from a little position, and be like,
Yes, it's beautiful. So I take it back.
Yeah, it's nice for sure. Looks really good.
Here, could I have your bread knife really fast? I'll cut the bread really quick.
I mean, sure. She can't hurt anyone with a bread knife, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll just hand it over.
Okay. And then I have my spear in one hand and I go over to the bread and I just start hitting the bread with it. All right, I'm just going to cut this up real good. All right. And then I'm going to take it. I'm going to put the knife in my pants and I'm going to pick up the plate of butchered bread and I'm going to walk around. Would you like some bread? Would you like some bread? And I'm still holding the spear.
I'm gonna take a piece and kind of look at the spear kind of cautiously.
It's a beautiful, beautiful knife.
Oh, thanks,
And I'll walk over to Laszlo. Would you like some bread?
Yes, you could be a world-renowned chef.
I could be.
It's beautiful.
I could whittle during the day and I could cook at night. Didn't know I was going to come with my life plan today. I'm starting to feel real good about things. Kip, would you like some bread?
Sure. I just take a little piece of it, and I'm just so hesitant. I don't put it in my mouth or anything. I just kind of
Wait,
There's
Kip,
nothing wrong with
aren't you on that keto diet?
That's why I'm having a cubic centimeter.
Oh, okay.
It's like a crumb.
I made it myself.
Thank you. Oh, did you?
Yes.
I just sniff it a little bit. Okay. Let's put it on my tongue, and then I kind of just throw it behind me, and I'm chewing. I just throw it behind me, and I'm like,
It's the best bread you've ever had, right?
That is pretty darn good. I can't lie. It's great.
Well, I didn't make it, and I throw the bread against the wall, and I take out my spear, and I block off the end of the alleyway so they can't leave. This is a stick up. Just go back against the wall.
Stick.
We're like laughing. We're actually laughing right now, I imagine.
Get on the wall. Get on the wall.
Wait a minute. Is this for serious?
Yes.
Are you?
Get on the wall. Get on the wall, please. Please.
Please.
Just go over by the wall.
Okay, Tiffany, no need to. It's okay. Just
Get on the wall.
yeah. Well, okay. We'll get. All right. So I start backing up slowly. I actually trip over one of the rocks. Oh, jeez.
Careful. Those rocks are special. I brought them.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm so.
You can take them home.
What is with people and rocks? I get back up and I just slowly back up and I'm just against the wall right now. Try not to laugh.
Why are you laughing?
I'm so sorry. It's not funny. Tiffany, this is serious. It's the wine.
It's not the wine. You only had a sip. You only had a piece of bread too. I am a little offended about that.
I didn't have the bread. I'm sorry, Tiffany. I didn't.
You didn't eat the bread?
I didn't eat the bread. I lied. It was a classic elven move that you must not have known about, even though you are one. We call it the old Rip Van Minkle. Just.
Well, I'm gonna put that in my back pocket and save it for another day. But right now, you all are gonna do what I'm gonna tell you to. You're gonna do what I say.
Okay. All right, Tiffany.
Okay.
Just no sudden movements, Tiff. Did you mind if I call you Tiff? Is that okay? Tiff.
Yeah, you call me Tiff.
Okay.
Got this, Tiffany. Tiffany, just.
I'm not going to turn around. I'm gonna try and cast my handy dandy rope spell.
Before anyone can do anything else here, as you're all kind of like going up against the wall, all of you viewers have the last few seconds here to put in your votes on the vote here to see what's going to happen. So go ahead and cast your votes on the Twitch picks right now, and in a few seconds from me saying this, I will resolve what happens on the vote. So we're just going to quickly pause for time while you do that. If anyone hasn't voted, now's the time because I'm going to resolve this. And your time is up. So sorry if you didn't get in on time. I'm going to refresh it now. And it looks like, yeah, all right. So this is how it's going to go down. We have a result that was 63% of the total vote. And so basically, as you guys are kind of like moving and putting your hands up on the walls and kind of like trying not to laugh at the stick up gag, there's a little rock kind of comes flying out of nowhere and hits Laszlo in the side of the head, dealing 1 point of hit point damage. And he's, it's kind of like, can you respond to that real quick for me, Laszlo?
God, that hurt!
And as you're having that reaction, you guys are like, where the hell did this rock come from? A small child just runs up out of nowhere and kicks Laszlo in the shin, doing yet another hit point worth of damage. Just a single hit point.
You little ruffian! My shin!
The little kid looks up at you and goes, apologize! And then runs off into the distance. And yeah, that was it. That was the result. That was what you guys voted for.
I don't know who that child was. I'm sorry. That was not planned. Please just get on the wall.
Okay.
Is this, can I still attempt to cast rope at this woman with the stick?
Yeah, now we can totally resume what we were gonna do there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and bind her legs together. Just, not to hurt her, just kind of like to restrain whatever's happening.
All right, you're gonna try to aim for her legs?
Yes.
Okay, tell you what. Why don't we have a roll off to see if she's actually. Best way to do this. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a die?
Just a D20.
And a d20, and you cast rope a lot, and you know what you're doing. So I need you to do a +6 to it.
Yes. Okay. It's still gonna be like a 4.
Probably.
I don't know how I could roll a 4. Oh no, it's not.
It didn't show up.
Wait, why is it not?
I don't see a roll.
No, I rolled a 22. Come on.
Oh, there it
There
goes.
it is.
Oh,
It's
thank
just like
God.
lagging.
I was thinking if I had to roll the one roll that I get that's decent tonight, I'm gonna...
So your natural roll of a 16 plus 6, you managed to do a 22 to cast rope. So you're going ham on rope casting here. Tiffany, I want you to roll me a d20 at like a +3 for your agility, basically, to see if you can kind of like anticipate this and kind of try to avoid it.
Okay, so do you want me to put a modifier of 3 on this?
Yep.
Or no?
So roll d20 and then modifier of 3.
Okay.
Oh, just short.
Oh, so close.
So Keefe just kind of like whips around and she casts rope in the way that she's been casting rope this whole adventure. This tiny gnome with the infinite powers of magic in her hands, able to potentially destroy worlds, continuously casting rope, just in the hope of not fucking things up horribly, catastrophically.
Rope can only turn to so many things. I mean,
It's true. It's true. The level of failure that comes from a rope isn't necessarily going to be that bad. So you cast rope successfully. Tiffany with a 19 against your 22. She puts up a valiant struggle. She's dancing around it. You know, she kind of like, she's got some real moves. You guys notice that she's just kind of like trying to avoid getting ensnared in the rope. You're like, damn, she could be like a ballerina or something. And she's just kind of dancing around, but it's just a bit too much. And she gets wrapped up and it falls to the ground eventually.
Damn
Is now tied up.
I'm laying on the ground. I'm still pointing my spear at you. Stay on the wall. And I'm like writhing around trying to get out of the rope. Stay over there. Don't move. I still have my spear.
Tiff,
Am I able to? What?
Tiff,
Yep.
is this is your thing? This is what you do all the time? Like you're a thief? You're a...
No, I'm not a thief.
What would you say you are?
I'm an assassin.
oh, do you usually get people this way? Does this work?
You stop it. You sent me. Oh, no. I'm an assassin. I come from a long line of elven assassins, and I'm here to kill all of you.
Tiff.
But that stick is barely sharp.
I forgot my weapons. It was a bad move on my part. I didn't pack my weapons, okay? I had to improvise.
Okay. Listen. Tiffany, I have no doubt in my mind that you are a vile assassin capable of killing many. And
This is my first time.
okay.
Never would have guessed.
Never would have guessed. I'm
Great.
shocked,
Good
actually.
job. You'll really definitely kill us.
Yes.
But hear me out, Tiff. You've seen our beautiful ship, right? You've seen it.
Yes.
Yeah, and you really liked it and whatnot, right?
It was a nice wood. It was a real nice wood.
Now, we have many on our crew, but not one of them is a powerful assassin. Okay? And we do a lot of murderins. And we could definitely use someone like you. How would you like, whoever's paying you will pay double. Okay, first of all, if you're...
No one's paying me. This is just what my family does.
Okay, so then how about we give you, think of all of the gold that Laszlo has. We will definitely pay you.
No. I have to kill you. I mean, there's no other choice around it. My family will never talk to me again if I don't kill you guys, so I have to kill you guys.
So, your family specifically wanted us dead? Is that...
Yeah, it's like, this is my rite of passage. This is what they picked you guys. I'm sorry.
Wait a second. What if we find you another target to prove yourself with?
No, it's gotta be you guys. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work that
What
way. I can't be like, well, I killed these other people.
What
No,
if
you didn't
we
kill them, but I killed these other people.
What if we somehow can fake our deaths?
Ooh, that's not. I could. Oh, no, I gotta do it. I mean, even it's not one of you is gonna. Like, you're all so selfish. I can't just kill one of you.
No,
One of you won't die. Like one
I'm
of you
sorry.
just won't kill you.
No.
Just a little stabby stab.
No.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if that spear is gonna do any damage, hun. To be perfectly honest with you, Tiff, pal,
I whittled this myself.
Honestly, I don't see murderer in you, actually. Okay, just
We
forget
did
what I
little
just said.
classes growing up.
But
minute
let's
ago.
help with the family. I think I have an idea, Kip.
Okay, what's your idea?
And I'm gonna
I'm
just gonna
listening.
like kind of be like, hold on, Tiff. Just bear with me. You know, I've never done this, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna go over to the bread and fruit pile, and I am going to try and use an illusion spell on it to make it look like a dead version of myself.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna try.
And while
Okay.
she's doing that,
Yeah.
is there a way like that I can try to like get out of the rope or no?
I mean,
Or am I-
sure, you could try to disrope.
Okay. I'm gonna try to disrope out of this while she's going over to the. I see a chance to try to get out of the rope because she's going
All
to
right.
the bread.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Keefe, I want you to roll me an unmodified d20 because you've never. Actually, you know what? You did do some illusion magic with the clone mishap, so you have a little bit of experience. So I'll give you a +1.
I'm quite practiced
Yeah,
in my standards.
at making versions of yourself, just not quite to the degree you needed it.
Okay,
And then meanwhile, Tiffany, can you go ahead and roll me a rope at like a plus, at an unmodified 20?
Okay.
this isn't working.
Oh.
Oh no.
So as Keefe goes over to the pile of bread, she kind of like is like, yeah, I'll make a corpse of myself. And the bread kind of morphs a little bit and just starts going, kill me, kill me. And you're like, oh, it's kind of trying to form the shape of a humanoid, but that's really about it. So you've created life. It's just really unfortunate how you went about it. And then meantime, Tiffany is successful as you are all distracted in kind of shimmying out of the rope around her feet. So now she's free of the rope.
I stand up and I like plant my feet. Ah!
Aha!
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. So what's your plan, Tiff? What's
I gotta kill you guys. There's no choice. I gotta kill you. I mean, there's gotta.
you shared your fire with us?
I did. It was a nice fire, wasn't it?
That's a good fire.
It was a really nice fire, honestly. I was
took
warm.
class for that too.
We need to put some more wood on it because my hands are getting cold.
Yeah,
you
here.
gotta
She's got some
here.
wood right there. Like, let's keep the fire going. Why don't you put it on the fire?
No, last time you did something, you put me in a rope thing, and I don't like that.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
You put your hands up where I can see them.
I mean, I can still do things, but you know,
Maybe.
whatever.
Maybe.
Excuse me. I put my hand on my my thunder pistol, and I caress it a little bit, and I say, I've got two weapons here, and I'm not keen to use them, but I suggest we stop these shenanigans and go convince your family that this plan is absurd.
Convince my family? Oh, good luck with that. Is there rope around my feet, or is it like magic rope that kind of disappears?
It's still there. Like whenever she casts rope, it becomes like physically existent rope. So like it's still there.
I'm gonna take some of the rope and the bread knife, and I'm gonna try tying it to the end of my spear. You guys don't move.
While you're doing that, just roll me a d20 real quick to do that.
We're not going anywhere.
Unmodified.
Where's Pip? What's happening? Like, while
Okay,
you're threat?
Where is Pip?
You are. Pip has just been sitting there, like minding her own business.
Okay.
Like she could do something if you wanted her to, but she's not really. She doesn't sense the threat, which is a little more reflected in the role that you're trying to put the knife on your stick, but it's you're just kind of dropping it and panically, and it just keeps falling.
Don't move.
Because you
Don't
trying
move.
to attach the pointy end where it's not like enough of a hold. So, but you're giving it a go, you know.
While she stumbles, I unsheath one of
Don't
my
you-
pistols and I load it and
Don't
I
you-
point it.
Hey!
I point it and
start
I say,
waving.
I'm
Don't you dare do that!
I am being serious. We just got back from a hellish experience, and you are not stopping us.
You
From
put it
our
down.
mission.
I try to like hit it out of his hand.
With the stick?
Yeah, with the spear, I'm trying to like hit his hand and knock it out of his hand.
All right, give me a both of you roll me an unmodified d20 to see how this goes.
Yeah, it goes well.
You both rolled a
At least it's not a 12. Come on, we're getting at this.
you go like to slap it out of his hand, and he's just kind of like, what the fuck? And it's this really awkward, like, I'm trying to talk to you here, but you're just like waving it ineffectively in the air, and he's like just holding it away, but you're kind of sometimes hitting it, and it's just really awkward for everybody, and this goes on for like a full minute.
Oh no. Just drop
This
Just
is
drop it.
ludicrous, and I have 2 of them, so stop.
And I try to like really hit it out of his hand.
All right, roll the dice again, both of you, except this time Laszlo, you get a +3. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. So Laszlo just gets frustrated with this and takes the spear out of your hands.
Damn it! Okay. I pick up the bread knife. Can I have my spear back? Can I have my spear, please? Like, please.
Listen, you seem like a fine woman otherwise, and I would hate for you to ruin your life over this foolish escapade.
This is my life, though. My family. If I go back and I'm like, oh, I didn't kill him, and he took my spear, they're gonna make fun of me more than they normally do.
Your family makes fun of you often?
Everybody's got a cool nickname. Everybody.
We could give you a cool nickname. I'd give you that bread knife too.
You could be part of our family, Tiff. I already
We're a
got
bit
it.
of a
I already gave you
ragtag band. We've kind of come together, bonded over our strangeness. Maybe you could shed this idea.
I don't think you get. My family will kill me if I don't kill you guys.
We'll protect you. When somebody joins our crew, they become family, and we protect them like they are our own. Tiff.
We'll go talk to your family ourselves, and we'll tell them why you shouldn't kill us and you should not be made fun of and have a cool nickname.
Oh, you mean like Jack, the jackknife, or
Yeah, you
Sarah
keep
the
that-
Sieve?
Yeah, you could.
They just call me Tiffany. They don't even have a name. They're just like, hey, Tiffany.
Tiffany the slippery. No, that isn't right.
Tiffany the
Tiffany the
slippery.
treacherous. Tiffany the murderer.
I think
Yeah.
Tiffany the treacherous sounds pretty
Tiffany the
cool.
treacherous.
But look, I even named you. Look, before we even knew anything about you, I was like, can I call you Tiff? Look at that. I already wanted to give you a nickname,
That's true.
right? That is
Yeah.
pretty,
I've
yeah.
never had a
right.
nickname
A
before.
nickname of friendship is better than a nickname of murder.
Yeah, but you know, like I come from family and we just kill people. You know, it's just like
Look.
it's expected.
Also, I'm not sure that killing is really what you're good at. I don't think that's a skill
Laszlo.
that's.
All I've ever wanted to do is dance.
Oh, that's a beautiful dream. That's much better than killing.
Yeah, but you know, nobody dances at my house. Like they'll have me, you know, do stuff for like plays that we do, but you know, the minute anything real happens, they're like, Tiffany can't do it.
How dare they?
You know, we have a stage on the Empress.
You have a stage?
You could dance.
You have a stage?
Yes, you could dance your dreams.
Do you have like productions?
I mean, not yet, but we
need a
will.
director.
We're
You
in
need a
pre-production.
We need
Yeah.
a director, yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can kill as many people on stage as you want.
Oh, I don't
You have a
wanna-
band, remember?
We have a band,
Oh, yes,
and we
we
do
have-
have a court
have-
jester.
We have other actors, and you could help us coordinate.
Tiff, how good does this sound,
I
girl?
can't. It's
I'll-
renouncing my entire family.
We'll talk to them. Let's go talk to them. We'll tell them that you're joining, we'll make it sound cooler than it sounds.
You think
you know,
it'll work? I mean,
yeah. I mean, we got a big ship. Laslo's got a lot of money. You got my bread knife. I mean,
this is a not. Where did you get this, by the way?
It's quite amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I like the coloring on it.
You know, it's all yours.
I mean, if you guys like, I'm like sorry about like trying to kill you guys. I mean, you get it, right?
Yeah, we get it. But let's not do that. Let's take the other way.
Well, like my family's like just outside of town. I mean, I could just like, hey guys, hey, I think I'm gonna go do this now.
Yeah, exactly. Just it's like going off to college. You just decided to do something else.
Okay, I mean,
college is that thing that I've heard about that happens in those other.
Oh, I've heard of it too. I think it's a myth, but I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I hear it takes all your money and it's not worth it, but that's just what I've heard.
I've heard that rumor also.
Yeah. Let's go chat. Let's go chat up your parents, your fam.
Well, could I maybe like cut one of you to make it look like I tried?
You know, sure, go for it. You know what? Can I choose where?
Just a little.
Yeah. We could say that she attempted. We could say that there was a crazy fight and she was really trying, and we had to hold her down and rope her up, and she was ready to murder us all, but we kind of took her hostage. It was too hard for her to overcome three others.
How about I just try and conjure some blood that we can just kind of like, wipe on our face.
Well, one of you's gonna have to punch me.
As you make that suggestion, just hear in the background the bread's still going, kill me.
I mean, if it's anything like that, I'm a little worried.
No, it'll be
Is that okay? Does that need to be killed?
Do you want to practice? I mean, no, you're gonna be an actor now. You don't kill.
No. I mean,
you dance. You don't kill.
I mean, what we could do, like, look, I guess here's the scene. You guys, someone punches me in the face, so I have a bruise. That way, it looks like I tried. One of you has to get cut, and then we go to my family, and you say, "We're taking her now. She's ours now. She's gonna be our director of plays."
How about we call you something different, like a murder director? That sounds fancy.
I don't really like murder. Don't.
Yeah, but you don't have to tell. I mean,
That's true. Like, I'm the director of murdering for your ship.
Yeah.
Like an assassin, I guess, is the other word. But
you're an assassin of art.
And murder the art.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do this. But who's gonna cut? Who's gonna cut?
I'll volunteer.
Oh, okay. Yep, Laszlo. Sure.
You got this, dude.
And I walk over with the knife.
On your hand? It's got to be like on your face or something, Laszlo.
No, because like it looks like he's trying to block the knife. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Okay.
You're the director. You know this stuff.
I like push it onto his skin.
Wait, sorry, one more time. What are you cutting him with?
The bread knife.
You're cutting him with the bread knife.
Mm-hmm.
It's serrated, don't forget.
Okay. Can you describe how you're doing that for me? Just like how intense this is?
I'm not really trying very hard, but I'm gagging because it's grossing me out.
Okay, and you're not resisting getting cut with the enchanted obsidian bread knife, Laszlo, right?
No. It's like Blood Brothers. Something like that.
Okay, cool. Tiff, can you give me a D20 at like a -2, just real quick here?
Oh. I did forget it was enchanted.
Oh
no!
No.
Oh God. Okay.
Well, everybody, that's the first critical failure of the night.
Oof.
And someone's getting cut.
Yeah, Tiff, can you go ahead and roll damage for me, but just roll 4 dice?
Okay. Like just roll a D.
Yeah, so you click roll damage, you do number of dice 4, and then no modifier.
Am I dead?
Cool.
That's a lot of damage.
No, in the instance of this situation, you were trying to not actually do anything like offensive here. So the unfortunate takeaway is that you've used the enchanted obsidian bread knife let's take the word bread knife out of this equation and just use the enchanted obsidian against Laszlo's open skin, and not really knowing your way around it so well, you cut a deep slash in his arm, and blood pours out of his arm, and he takes 16 points of damage.
Oh, I got it in me.
God, I'm bleeding so much.
Blood. The blood's so gross.
I'm gonna just run over with my water skin and just start pouring water on his arm.
We gotta wrap this up. We gotta wrap this up.
I need gauze. Medical attention, please.
Get the rope.
The rope.
Pour in the water.
I tear my sleeve off and I start wrapping it
The
up.
rope's doing a good job. The rope.
Okay, no. Use the sleeve and then rope, and then tie the rope over the
Someone
sleeve.
else do this?
Yeah,
No,
I'll do it. I'll do
get
it.
the rope away from me.
Oh,
Use my
God.
sleeve.
Okay, sleeve. I'll take over. I'll move Tiffany over. Tiffany, just breathe. Deep breaths. Don't look. Stop looking. Stop looking. Okay, I start frantically wrapping the ripped sleeve around
I think he's
Laszlo's
gonna
arm.
lose the arm.
No,
I think he's gonna lose
oh my god,
the
no,
arm.
it's not that deep. It's fine. It's tis but a flesh wound. It's okay. And I just wrap. And oh, actually, wait. I unwrap. And I take my glass of wine and I dump it onto his arm. This might hurt a little bit. It's gonna sting, but we gotta disinfect. We gotta disinfect the wound. Okay. Yeah,
Are
you're
you a
good.
doctor?
Yep.
She is.
Yep. Okay.
She's a doctor. Everything's
And then I.
No, she's not.
It's fine, Laszlo. I saw this in a play once. It's fine. We gotta disinfect the wound.
Yeah, direct it.
Okay.
Direct it, Tiffany. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh, I
Okay.
think he's gonna lose the arm.
No,
I'm pretty
no.
sure.
No,
It's-
that's bad directing.
This
He's
is fine.
not gonna lose the arm.
Take his arm off.
This is fine.
Maybe, but it's
How
okay.
is
The bread
Okay.
knife, the bread knife is sharp enough.
We've
Just
applied
get it from the
pressure.
shoulder.
We've applied pressure. The cloth is on there really nice and tight. Whew. Everybody deep breaths. That's a lot of blood. Oh boy.
I don't feel good.
Pip, get out of there. Don't lick his. Stop eating his blood. Pip, no. Bad girl. Bad girl. No. You do not. No.
Ugh, I'm not going to be able to write or anything for a long while.
I'm sorry. I was just going for a little like paper cut. I don't know what happened. It might just be my inherent murdering. Sorry. Maybe I should just do the whole job now. Maybe I should just kill you all.
No. And I'm gonna
This is all
try.
I am. I'm just gonna hurt people.
I'm just gonna try and calmly take the bread knife away from her.
I just hurt people. Just take it from me.
Please, can we just come on?
It's
You
fine.
did it.
It's okay.
It's good.
It's okay.
You did it.
You couldn't
Okay,
know.
I'll give it back when
He's
you're a
half
little
dead. He's half
older.
dead.
No.
It's fine. Look,
It's
he's
fine.
breathing. How you feeling, Laszlo?
It'll be fine. I'm sure there's a healer or something on the Empress.
Okay. I mean, what? Yeah. Do
It's
you guys still
fine.
want to see my family, or is that like not? Is that weird now?
No.
No, this is perfect. This is so convincing. Look at
Okay,
this
so-
wound. Look at all the blood.
I know,
This is
don't look at the blood.
perfect. Don't look at. Stop looking.
Laszlo, I need someone to punch me. It's only fair that you punch me in the face.
I can't. Not now.
You have another arm. I mean, I didn't hurt the other arm. You could just punch me.
Okay, I give her a good left jab to the nose.
All right, give me an unmodified d20, and as long as it's not a crit fail, it'll go as intended. Cool. It goes.
Oh,
It
thank
is
God.
intended.
My nose.
Yeah, it's bruised.
Oh, that's the one feature I like about myself.
beautiful. It's gonna be fine.
It's all.
At least it's not bleeding. No,
Oh,
you're good.
it's
You're
not?
good.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
All right. Let's. Okay. Guys want to go see my family?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go see your fam. Yeah.
Okay. I need my spear though. I gotta
Okay.
Well,
I'm
no.
just
I'm your
gonna,
hostage though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay.
So let's get that rest of that
The
rope.
The
Yeah.
rope. Yeah, the rope.
Yeah. Let's get
Alright,
that
probably
rope
good
and
for
tie her
the
up.
rope.
Just stand still, Tiff. Just gonna
Okay.
tie your hands up a little bit. Actually, yeah.
Just know I can get out of this.
Yeah.
Would never. No, of course you could. Of course you could. I won't even do it really tight. Don't worry. Just in case something
I can
happens.
totally get out of this.
Yeah. Of course you can. Of course. Okay, so
I'm just gonna kind of watch and see like how tight Kip is tying this, and just kind of like being like tighter.
Oh, fuck. Okay, just a little. There we go. Okay, you good?
Okay.
Tiff?
Yeah.
Good? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit rough. I'm gonna just like put my hands on her shoulders. We gotta be convincing here.
I don't normally drink, but can I get that bottle of wine? I'd like to wash this pain away.
Yeah, there's still some left. I'll walk over there and pass it to Laszlo. Wait! No. Give you the red one. There you go. That white's for me. For later.
So my family's kind of intense, just so you guys know.
Okay, yeah,
What-
I figured so much.
What kind of intense?
Well, they're gonna try to kill us, yeah?
I mean, it depends. You did take their daughter hostage. It's,
Yeah,
might be conflict of interest.
that's fair. All right, well, we're prepared, kind of ish. Hey, Laszlo, how's your like gun hand? Like, cause that's your dominant one, right?
Yes,
But
but I can still fire with my left hand.
With your left, okay,
Fine.
good. Not like we're
Fine.
gonna not that we're gonna kill your family, Tiff, or anything like that. It just
I can always light him on fire, Kip. That I've never.
You could try to kill my family.
No.
Okay.
no,
Why?
That's a good point. You could cauterize my wound.
Oh,
fire.
actually, do you want to try it, Laszlo?
Oh, yeah. Am I your first? I need to take another drink. Ugh.
You would.
Yes,
You would
yes,
be my
yes,
first.
yes.
Laszlo.
Give it a shot. It's better than having a gaping wound.
Oh, okay. This will be fine.
Sorry, so you're trying to cauterize the wound
Yes.
with your
Yes.
magic?
Yes, I am.
Can you maybe give me a description of what you're trying to do with that? Like, describe what you're using to cauterize it.
How did I normally?
You could superheat the bread
knife.
and
Yeah.
then just like run it over my wound.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, that's
You
exactly.
don't even have to
what
use
I'm
magic.
doing.
That fire is still
Oh yeah, exactly.
going.
How about Kip? Do you want to do this since
You know-
the no magic involved?
Do I just have to do this to myself? I go mad.
Laszlo, what would you prefer? Magic cauterization, which could work really well.
Let's try the magic.
Okay.
Just to give it a shot.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Um,
try and fuse his skin back together.
Okay, so rather than cauterize it, you're gonna try to actually heal it.
But that would defeat the
with, like,
purpose
healing magic.
of the
No.
whole reason why we cut him.
Okay, so you're just
Okay,
you just
right?
want
Yeah,
to slow
yeah,
bleeding and
yeah,
cauterize
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right, fair enough. Go ahead and roll me a d20 at like a +2.
Oh, that was generous. So I've clearly done this before.
Um,
Laszlo's dead. He's dead, really?
I'm sorry.
So you try to cauterize the wounds with your magical abilities,
Oh.
and you succeed in critically failing. So as Laszlo sits there holding his arm out for you to cauterize the damage, a bunch of fire just kind of shoots out of your hands and engulfs his arm. And now not only is he bleeding out of his arm, which is getting fixed by the fire, but his entire arm is engulfed in flames, and he is currently taking fire damage. So
Get your water sack out.
Dumping my water.
Is that what cauterizing means?
I'm just dumping the water on him.
that starts off with taking 2 damage there. So you take 2 damage from being on fire at the moment.
I'm
and
dumping
you're-
water on him.
Yeah, you pull out your water skin to try
Yeah,
and dump
I
it on
had
the.
it out when I was trying to clean out his wound. So I'm just gonna start just dumping more water on him again. Just apologizing profusely, like, sorry, Laszlo. I mean, you said you wanted the magic. It's fine. Come on, fire, please go out.
Unfortunately, the fire is a little resistant to this. It's magical flame, and it's being cheeky. It's like, haha, I'm having fun. I'm still here. I'm on fire. But like, it doesn't understand that like it's killing a man as a result of this. So I need you to fight the fire, essentially. So go ahead and roll me a d20 unmodified, and I'll roll one too.
Oh god.
Cool. I rolled an 18 for the fire. You
fuck
go ahead and unmodified roll for me. Cool. Yeah, no, it's still he's still on fire, unfortunately. And Laszlo, you take another 2 damage.
Can we use your tent? Can we like
Just stop
wrap
down
him in
and
your tent?
roll. I learned that at school. Do you guys not know that? Drop on the ground, roll around.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
I dropped to the ground and rolled around spastically.
All right, cool. The fire isn't going to have as much luck with that, so you managed to put it out with your aggressive tactics of fire extinguishing. So there you go. He's now cauterized and a little singed. So it looks like there was a really effective fight, more or less.
So we tell your parents that you cut him and then pushed him in the fire.
Yes.
That makes you seem extra.
Yeah. That makes me seem more badass. Also, you did so well with the rope. I didn't expect that. I mean, he's gonna be okay? Or did we? Is he like recording him now?
No one ever really dies from my magic usually.
Okay, well, like, I mean, there's only like 25% left. Like, should we just try to finish him off?
No.
Oh my gosh, no. Tiff, what
I'm not that close to death.
How you feeling, Laszlo? You're good, right? You're good.
I'm made of tougher stuff than that.
You're
right?
good.
You're fine. You're alive. You're
no
not gonna
killing
die.
him. No, she's fine. He still has his senses about him. He's responding. Do you notice how he's responding to us? And he's good, Tiff, hon. He's good.
All right. I mean, if you think so, I just feel like,
Tiff,
Yes?
let's go to your family. He's good.
All right. I mean, if we brought one dead person back, it might look good for all of us.
No, Tiff, we're good.
It's fine. It's
All right,
fine.
okay.
We're good.
I mean,
Let's go to your family.
okay. Well, it might be kind of suspicious if I'm walking around bound down like the streets.
So you want us to rope you up right when we get to your...
Yeah, that might be better.
No killing? You promise?
Yeah, no killing.
Okay. I'll walk up and undo the tight, quote unquote.
That was actually a lot tighter than I expected him to be.
Sorry. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Okay. Well,
no funny business.
Of course
All
not.
right,
I mean, you're partly responsible for trying to kill Laszlo, so like 50-50 here.
Wait. I was the one that suggested the fire and the knife. Okay, just saying.
Okay.
I mean, he asked for the magic. He obviously...
The responsibility lies on him and him only.
Yeah. If he would have died, it would have just been at his own hands. No
Anyway.
else is mine at all.
All
Not
right.
at all.
You guys might love my family, so or you might hate them. So let's go.
All right.
As long as they don't try to kill us, everything should go fine, right?
Totally. Yeah.
All right, cool. So, and just as you guys are leaving, you can hear down the alleyway still the call of the bread monster. Kill me, please. Is there anything you want to do about that, or you just gonna kind of leave it?
I'm just gonna walk away like it didn't happen and just kind of...
I'm going to look down at Pip, and I'm going to look at her, and I'm going to go, quick, Pip, eat all that bread. And I'm just going to, like, point her to the bread and get her to go, like, sick the bread.
Okay, cool. There's a brief sound of a dog kind of tearing into something brutally, and as you can hear it, like, yes, as it's kind of like dying and being torn apart and consumed. And with that pleasant image in our minds, we take our first break of the evening. All right. So a little bit of time has passed, and you all have fallen. You've all fallen over. It's terrible. There's juice everywhere. It's a mess. You have all followed your new erstwhile companion Tiffany to a location through the winding kind of like storage and docks and more rundown areas of the outer docks of the city, until eventually you come to one of many just kind of nondescript, kind of like large hallwayed rooms. It's fairly well lit, but it's just a small area. And as you guys kind of wander forth, led by Tiffany into the room, is there anything you guys wanted to do before you got to this place, by the way?
No. I'm just gonna say that I have Pip back. She went and ate the bread, and she's with us now.
Does anyone remember how much damage Laszlo took? Because it's not updated on this token.
2 plus 16?
Yeah.
18?
That was 4 plus 16, I think.
No, he took
20.
2 fire damage.
Yeah.
No, he took 2 twice.
No.
Yeah, the little
He
kid
took
ran in.
2
in.
fire
I forgot about the little kid.
Oh,
It could
yeah.
be. Oh, right.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
and he
it's
took 2 points.
21.
Yeah, so he's at 28. Yeah, I mean.
Injuries.
Yeah.
Poor Laszlo. This
I
whole
know.
episode.
Oh no.
All right. So is there
I'm
any?
having quite a day.
Is there anything you guys wanted to do with maybe Tiffany before you enter this room?
We
Tie
need
her
to tie her back up. Yes. Tiff, I gotta tie you back up again, hun.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could pretend I'm tied up.
Surely your family is gonna know if you're.
It's magic rope that could be invisible.
I'm gonna tie you up.
All right.
Yeah, we gotta be convincing, you know.
Okay, fine. It's
All
fine.
right.
Just come on.
Yeah, okay.
My family's kind of just, they're a little intense, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through the loop. Sometimes I have trouble remembering how to tie.
Bunny
Isn't that
ears.
weird?
Bunny ears, Kip.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then through the loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
punch him in
How's
the
that
eye.
feel? You're good?
Good.
It's pretty tight,
All
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you could get out of it. That's why I made it.
I can get out of this.
I know you can. That's why I did make it tight. But 'cause
Bite
I-
it and I can untie it.
yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready? Is there
Need to
anything
see
else we should know? Like, you're just warning us? They're really intense. That's about
Yeah.
it.
There's
Maybe,
also
like ready a weapon. Like how's this?
no.
gonna
You don't
go?
want to seem threatening when you first go in. Then that's a surefire way to get your head cut off.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
Cut
so
off
just-
heads.
Just
I
knock
mean-
on the door, but you have to knock on in a specific way. You got to clap once, and then you got to knock twice. And then you got to say hello.
Clap once, knock twice. Hello. Is that right?
Yes, it's our
It's gonna
secret. knock.
trail
Is
off
that
a
a-
little bit. It sounds like a hello.
Hello. Okay. Like you're unsure a little bit. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're falling down a long tunnel.
Okay. Hello.
Alright.
Okay.
Cool. You call out Tiffany? Is that how you did that, or did everybody do that?
The hello.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
she's-
I was
No.
explaining like how to knock
Yeah.
on the door.
yeah.
Yeah, because her hands are tied. She can't even do that. So okay.
Okay. Well, you guys have just entered this hallway. Like the door was unlocked. It seems like a nondescript area. But like Tiffany assures you that you're in the right place here, more or less.
Okay.
This is the right place.
Okay. So we just knock on this door
Yeah.
over here. Okay. All right. Wait. It was clap. Okay.
Clap.
Knock twice.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Down the tunnel there.
Hello.
Good. That's good. That was good.
Okay. All right. And we just wait.
Yeah,
Or
they
was-
should hear and come very soon.
Can every one of you give me I'm gonna say give me like a perception check, but at a -7. Actually, for Kip and Tiffany, it'll be a -5, and then Kip and Laszlo, or Keefe and Laszlo, sorry, -7.
How do I do that again? Which one do I click?
So you roll d20, and then you do -5 as the modifier,
Gotcha.
and then you
wanted
roll it.
me to do did you say a -6?
-5 for you.
Okay.
We're basically blind.
Yeah, Laszlo and I are like, what? What?
Where are we?
What are we doing here? What's the plan again, Kip?
All right, Kip. So you can see up in kind of like the corner of the room, up in one of the like higher points of the room, you can see like a figure kind of like blended in with the shadows a little bit. And Tiffany, you can see basically. You know what? I'll type to you what you can
20.
see. Yeah, you rolled a nat 20.
Tiffany sees everything. This is her home.
This is my life.
She's like, I know exactly what's gonna happen.
All right. So the figure that so I sent you a little Discord message there of what you saw directly. But otherwise, Kip, you can see like one shadowy figure kind of up in the top, like in this sort of area here on the map.
Okay.
And you kind of you do that like knock thing, and as you do that, as you do the silly silly little introduction thing, she kind of the figure jumps down from the ceiling and kind of walks over to you a little cautiously, and you can hear her. It sounds like a female. She's got very female kind of like features, but is wrapped up, and you can tell that she's obviously an elf because she's got the little ties of fabric around her ears. But she kind of like walks up, and the eyes in the fabric kind of narrow, and she goes, "Tiffany, what have you done here?"
Hi, Mom.
Mm. She just kind of like you can't see it on her face, but there is a very stern frown.
Oh, my mom's pissed. I can tell.
What? Why are they?
Mom's really cool, Tiffany.
Why have you brought these three here?
Well, they got me. They brought me back. I tried really hard. Look, my nose is bruised. He's pretty damaged.
He's real messed up.
So I mean, they said they need someone to help direct murder on their ship, so I thought I might go with them, and then I could get a lot more murder done versus just killing them, and
Your daughter has impressed us greatly with her attempts at assassinating us. However, we're pretty good ourselves, and we would love for her to be the director of murders on our ship.
We have a lot of murdering to do, and it's a very prestigious role of murdering.
Lots of murdering.
She kind of sighs and like looks like frustrated, and she's like, you told them you were going to kill them?
I mean, there was some rope. I got flustered. My spear, it was very chaotic. It kind of fell out.
And she's still just kind of like pinching the bridge of her nose, like, and what the fuck is a murder director?
You just they told me what you do is you just direct the murders. So you. You set up the murdering, and then you plan it out, and then you say, okay, that person murdered, that person gets murdered, that person also gets murdered, and then you can murder a lot more than just these three, Just don't tell Dad. Don't tell Dad.
She lets out another big sigh, and she's like, "Oh, I did. What else did you tell them?"
Nothing. I just, I told them I left my weapons at home. I told them that I come from a long line of elven assassins. That this was my rite of passage. They may know that I don't like blood.
Oh my god! And why didn't you listen when I told you to stay with everyone else when we were doing this?
Because you said that, you made me feel inferior, so I went and said I could do this. I could do it on my own.
So you decided to go out and just what? What were you hoping to accomplish?
I wanted to kill them and bring him back and be like, I can do it, and then I'd be called Tiffany the Treacherous.
Or Tiffany the Slippery. It's a work in progress.
Tiffany the Pod. Oh god.
Well, Leonard the life ender? I mean, I want a cool name too, Mom.
We will talk about this more when we have finished the job here. You can help, but I'm going to get your sisters to help with this and your cousins because this is
finish the job. What do you mean by that?
And before you can kind of like, deal with it, she kind of like makes like a weird symbol in the air real quickly, and it sends up like a little poof of smoke from her hands. And before you guys really even know what the hell's going on, there's another 5 kind of cloaked assailants in the room with you, and they're all kind of like, they have weapons drawn and are all facing towards you.
I gotta say, ninja elves are pretty cool.
Yep, they're gonna try and kill us. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they look fucking cool, and they're gonna look cool trying to do it, but they're not gonna do it. Come on.
They're definitely gonna do it. They're definitely gonna do it.
Pretty serious.
Tiffany, what side are you fighting on?
I mean, I would love to do plays, but like they're pretty powerful. I can't stop them. Look at how cool they are. I'm never gonna be like them.
With us, you're gonna be way cooler than anybody in your family. Trust.
You will be Tiffany the Slippery, and you are as good as Tiffany the Treacherous. And I'm
like oil. Is that why? Why?
No, because you're a thief, and you just get out of there.
Oh, when did I become a thief? I kind of like.
Sorry, you're a stabby like murder person, and you just kind of like get in there and stab, and then you get out.
I know, but did you see them jump down? I mean, you guys are probably not going to survive this.
I love that they're just standing there listening to all of this, letting this happen. This is really good. Thank you, ninja elves.
Yeah, actually, there's a funny thing about that as this conversation is going on, and nobody was really prioritizing any kind of like addressing the situation. They just all kind of went ahead and rolled initiative on you.
Oh.
So yeah, we've got. Let's just gonna get those up there on the counter. So, Katie, for you, all you need to do is click on your token, hit the roll initiative button, and it'll automatically add the order of attacks, basically, to the turn order.
Okay.
Yeah, I click on mine on the which one? The blue?
On token.
You cut out there, but it's the blue one, right? Or the red? Or no, the green. Can't remember. It's been too long.
Okay, you don't click on anything.
Oh.
The green number is the one you add. So you click on your token, you click the roll initiative button, then you put in 6, because that's your initiative.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you managed to roll a 7 for initiative. You critically failed your initiative. Congratulations.
Thanks. Classic.
And it still didn't want to add you to the turn order for some reason, so I'm just going to
didn't this happen before?
It did. I'll edit it for you. There we go. It just doesn't seem to like adding you to the turn initiatives.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately, these ninjas, because of their advantage on you and their speediness and the fact they're elves, a solid 4 of them are going to go before Laszlo has a chance to do anything in the order. So starting off with the first ninja on the far side of the room, they've all readied a varied selection of thrown weaponry, little kind of like nasty stars. And all 4 of you are in the turn order. Just wanted to check that. Cool, sweet. So this one in the far end here kind of runs up and tries to get into the fight. Meanwhile, kind of overhands some ninja star throwing. And you know what? For shits and giggles, we'll see how good these assassins are by me rolling it publicly. Cool. That is definitely going to be a good toss. You know what, Laszlo? Why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20 in response to that, and we'll give you +2. Cool. It's not going to be enough. So, Laszlo, you're going to take a not direct hit, but a pretty solid hit from a throwing weapon, and you are going to take 4 damage from the thrown weapon. And it's going to thunk into your arm. The one that actually was on fire earlier, funny enough.
Did we rest by chance before we came to see this? family and or Laszlo could get his health back?
It did take a little while for you guys to get here. You had a little bit of time to recover. I'll say he recovered the 2 hit points from getting beaten up by children. So you're only down to by 2.
I got you something there, Laszlo. Something. Make up for the fire, damn it.
Meanwhile, the other one on the left is also going to throw a thrown weapon at Laszlo in tandem with the other assassin who just threw one, and is likewise going to run forward to engage in combat while doing so, and is going to roll to throw and miss, actually. Laszlo will have recoiled from that attack, and it's going to go, he's going to be like, ow, and then the other one's just going to zoom real close by his face, and then they're going to close it in the distance to try and engage in combat. Meanwhile, the other one, the mother, is going to lunge forward and try and skewer Keefe with a knife she's going to pull out of her dressing, and it's going to look pretty nasty. And she's going to try and do a little bit of a lungy stab there. So why don't we go ahead and see how she does on that? She's going to do 12. At a -2, Keefe, could you try to dodge out of the way of a ninja trying to stab you?
Yeah, you bet.
Just roll me a d20 there.
Oh! Yeah!
Yeah! Suck a dick, mama assassin.
I'm just gonna punch her as well as I jump out of my go.
Yeah. You're like, haha! Yeah!
I'm a ninja too, surprise!
Yeah, surprise, ninja gnome. And meanwhile, the assassin in the back there is just going to come running up to try and join in on the fight, leaving us with Laszlo's turn in response to all of this shenaniganry. And as that occurs, I'm going to resolve the the second vote here. So if you guys can all make sure you get your votes in real quick here, because I'm going to resolve it. I'm not going to wait that long because there was an overwhelming majority again for the first one, or the third one. And so as Laszlo gets ready to take his turn and do something in this engagement, we resolve the vote. So on Twitch Picks with a result of, let's see here, let me just refresh it. With 56% of the vote, another small child comes running into the room and just starts throwing pudding all over Laszlo. Just like laughingly, like he's got like a little like tub of it and he's like throwing it at you like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And you're like kind of like, what the fuck? Actually, you can respond to that. Laszlo, how do you want to handle getting pelted with pudding?
Get out of here, you sticky ruffian!
And as he kind of like he stops and he goes, nah, the gods say apologize, and then he runs out of the room.
What the? Hey.
So there you go. Now it's your turn, Laszlo. You can do with that what you will.
Who do I have to apologize to?
I don't know. There might be a god that has a central theme around having a child or something, but
I think the heavens are trying to speak to me.
But you can ponder.
I'll ignore it for now.
All right, cool. Why don't you go ahead and do whatever you're gonna do in this turn?
My arm is hurting me pretty bad still, so I just pull my left pistol out, lightning, and I load it, and I point it at
that one. Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. And you're just gonna shoot that pistol?
Yes.
All right, cool. And no, I guess we don't really have any. You know what? I'll give you one behavior point for taking all that friendly fire like a champ. So there you go. You have one behavior point. Oh, a reminder to everybody: the behavior point system in this is every time you do something really awesome or roleplay really well, or just contribute very well to the narrative, you receive behavior points. Positive behavior points are awarded. When you do that, you can spend 1 behavior point to re-roll a roll, or you can spend 5 to automatically pass a roll. It's not a critical success, but you can automatically pass it. The reverse is if you have negative points by either being a little shit or sassing the DM, I can use that to force you to either re-roll a roll or, in the reverse, automatically fail whatever you're trying to do as the DM. So, with that in mind, I'm also going to award Tiffany a point for the excellent, hilarious banter and introduction and the stick 'em up gag.
Yay!
So, Laszlo, you're going to open fire on the ninja there. The ninja's pretty quick, so go ahead and roll me a d20 at like a +1 because you're a little prepared for it, but they're also very dodgy. Oh, doesn't matter. You're going to roll 20. Not a natural 20, but a 20 nonetheless. Let's see if the ninja, with all their fancy moves... Nope. That's going to be a nope for me, dog. Sorry, and what were you loading into that pistol?
I still have my bag of bullets.
Like your random scrap stuff?
Yes, the metal. Yes.
All right, cool. So you load some scrap metal into that thing and you fire it real close, which was the best choice you could have done because this is like a shotgun blast. So unfortunately for this poor ninja in front of you, can you go ahead and roll me a damage roll? Were you aiming anywhere in particular, by the way?
Just center mass.
Center mass? Okay, that's fair. Go ahead and roll me three dice worth of damage, and because of the proximity, I'll give you a +1 modifier. Nice. You knock her back with a blast of 11 damage, and she's like, "Ow, damn it! I just got buckshotted in the chest. This is not pleasant." It wasn't enough of a huge strike to like kill her outright, but she's definitely not feeling good about it. However, the response that this evokes in your reaction here is that the ninja now closest to you, who still had a turn left, is literally just going to straight up try to shank you in the kidneys. So you're going to get a direct attack with a kidney shank for a 19. Go ahead and roll me +2 d20 to see if you can dodge out of the way. You don't. That is half the roll. So you're going to get a little shiggity shank in the side there, and it's going to be for a grand total of 6 damage. So if you could go ahead and negate yourself by 6 points of damage there for me. Meanwhile, the last assassin in the order closest to Keefe is going to try and join in on the stab the dancing midget. Basically, Katie, you don't want to know at this point.
Oh, no!
So the stab the dancing midget is going to go moderately. Dancing midget, would you like to roll me? At this point, I'll say you can just do it +1, d20 +1. Oh, just short. We'll say it's a graze.
12s.
That's right. You get grazed for 4 damage. You take a little grazing slash for 4 damage from the knife of the other assassin. And so do you remember how to reduce that number?
Yeah, I already did.
All right, cool. Just want to, if anyone at any point in the combat needs a refresher on how it works, just let me know. Katie or Tiffany, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Would you like to help your family, or would you like to sit out of this fight, or what do you want to do?
I'm going to step in front of this guy or lady attacking Laszlo. I'm going to start kicking furiously at them. Like, get away from him! He's no, he's mine. Get away! And I just start kicking with because I have my hands are still bound.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're still tied up.
So I'm going to try to get them away from him so that he can hopefully recover a little bit.
All right, cool. So you're going to run over and just kind of start like Lord of the Dancing at at one of your cousins. And she's going to be like, "The fuck?" Let's see if she's bothered by it enough. Can we do a little dance off here, in fact. So let's do both unmodified d20s.
Okay.
I feel like you're going to have a good time at this. Yeah, even though we both rolled like shit, your shit was better than mine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an awkward, like, what the fuck? What? Look, Kate, God, Tiffany. Susan?
Susan, back off.
Jesus Christ, Tiffany. I'm trying to kill this guy. What the fuck are you doing?
Susan, get the F away. Susan.
So you successfully Irish step dance her a little ways away from Laszlo, inflicting no damage, but she's very like, okay, come on, what the fuck?
Okay.
So you've distracted one of your relatives with your fancy footwork, leaving Kip with her turn. Kip, what are you doing?
I'm going to call upon the power of my trusty Pomeranian familiar, a pepperoni and cheese. I'm going to turn her into... Wait, what can she turn into? She can turn into a rock monster, correct?
She can turn into a rock monster with little travel because she learned how to do it, and she can turn into a bow that shoots like energy. And I think that's about all she ever successfully learned to do.
Oh, you little mink. Okay.
In 12 sessions.
Don't remind me. I'm going to turn her into a bow, and I'm going to try to triple shot. To do a triple shot, but I'm going to call upon the power as well of the pantheons of Patreon to bless this roll.
All right, fair enough. You're going to call upon... Who are you going to call upon in the pantheon of patrons?
Question. We have, who? April, Athane. Who else is here? Zach, but never again. Nope, never calling upon Zach. And Hobby, I think, is here. I'm going to call upon the power of Athane, one of our newer pantheons. Oh,
actually,
no.
Athane, are you still cool with being? He and I worked out a little something that you know about as well. But Athane, are you still cool with being called upon in this situation as well? Is that okay with you?
This is scaring me. I might change my mind. What's happening? It's very complicated. What am I getting myself into?
All right, fair enough. Athane's cool with you kind of like appealing to the pantheon, or his pantheon.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh, new yet powerful and amazing Athane photography. Please, will you bless me with this roll and help me triple shot 3 of these nerds in the face, including the one that's stunned, please? And yeah, please. The almighty god, Athane. Photography. With the god of boobs and lust. Bless this roll. This is really awkward. I'll just keep going. The lover of the great boobies.
All right, fair enough. He's given me an alternative that isn't going to be a bonus to your roll, but it is going to be something else if you succeed.
Okay.
What I want you to do is I want you to roll me a d20. You've gotten pretty good at like utilizing like ranged weapons and stuff. Give me a +3. Roll me a d20 at a +3 here. Okay. And if you're successful, you'll find out what your blessing called forth.
Okay.
Ooh, now I'm gonna say that's not really great enough.
Damn it.
And you don't have any. Ooh, you don't have any behavior points to reroll. But tell you what, I'll give you a behavior point, and you can reroll it use it to reroll if you want.
Sure.
All right, because you did do a great job earlier as well. With it, all of you did. Yuka gets one as well for those quotes.
Okay. Do I do a +3 again on it?
So
oh yeah.
You be a +3. It's the same roll over again.
Yeah.
So I'll remove the behavior point I gave you, and you can roll it again.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I I changed my mind. I take it back, please.
A reroll once rerolled cannot be taken back.
Take it back. No. I hate it. Damn it.
Okay, you know what? You know how this is gonna go down? The blessing goes through, and your attack is, you feel this holy energy surge through you of a divine being, and it directs your shot upwards into the ceiling, and you're like, what the hell? What's the purpose of that? And as you fire into the air, the room is filled with a rain of arrows, which unfortunately targets everybody in the room.
Oh my goodness. I just yell out, oh my God, look out! I'm sorry, everyone!
And as that happens, also what the Thane said there happens. There's a portrait of Tiffany's family on the wall with Tiffany, and they all look happy, and it has a nice frame for some reason. You don't know where it came from, but it's not really like something you all wanna like focus on as you're getting hit by arrows from the sky. So literally everybody needs to roll a defense roll for me here. So nobody's really expecting it. I'll give you all a -1. Everybody roll a d20 and a -1 and see if you can avoid getting hit with an arrow. Ooh, that's including you, Kip.
Oh, sweet Tiffany.
All right. Well, it. Shit. And then I will roll for each one of these ladies. They're ninjas apparently. Oh, that one isn't. That one is. That one is. They're okay. So aside from the one that, so Tiffany and Susan take the only brunt of this attack. They're a little too occupied with their little fancy footwork, and they don't pay attention, and they both get hit with arrows from above. So Dara, can you roll me 3d6 worth of damage, please? So you hit roll damage, 3 dice.
3 dice.
No modifier, so keep it 0. Oof. All right. So Susan and Tiffany both take 13 points of damage. Tiffany, if you want to reduce your points, click on your token and the red bubble. Just type -13, and it'll automatically update in your journal and on the little token.
Okay.
There we go. So Kip has effectively damaged assassin elves. Just wasn't the ones you had meant to target.
Well, whatever.
One of the ones that you probably didn't want to target, but it still kind of worked, right?
Yeah, that's usually how most of my attacks go anyway, so.
Which we now move on to Keefe. Keefe, what would you like to do on your turn here before the assassins get another little bit of go around?
Since we're having such bad luck, I'm going to do exactly what I always do, because when we're in a time of trouble and things are going bad, I'm just going to stick to rope, because that's generally what works. So I am going to try and corral these 3 lovely ninjas together by their feet with rope.
All right, you're going to try to rope all 3 ninjas together.
Yep.
Excellent. You know what? You've become a bit of a... You know what I love the most about your character? Is that you have untold depths of arcane power at your fingertips. And you're literally fast becoming what I would classify as just a rope master.
Yep. I'm like a... What's like a person that uses a lot of rope?
You're a sneeze? I heard a rather large sneeze from somebody. Is that your husband?
Wait, yes.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna make some rope happen.
Cool. Well, you're really good at rope. Like I'm gonna just go ahead and say that now. You know what? This is at the point in the game where I will literally give you a trait, and I will just call you Rope Master. You can add that however you want into your character sheet, but you have now mastered the art of rope casting.
Fantastic.
So,
that's all I would have ever hoped for as a mage of all powers.
In fact, you're so good at casting rope now You don't have to roll with a modifier. You can always cast rope. It's just if you roll a critical fail is when things are going to go poorly. So roll me a d20 unmodified. As long as it's not a crit fail, you do what you want to do with rope. Nice. You rope them. You give them a good roping. Yeah, it was a decent roll as well. However, they still get to defend against said rope. So we'll see with their exceptional agility.
The sneak attack.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And one of them isn't expecting gnome rope attack. Unfortunately, it's the one furthest away from you. So these two dodge out of the way to the side. This one, however, is now snared with rope. She doesn't have any damage, but she is roped. So that's going to be, she's going to have to take a bit of her time to unrope herself there. So now we cycle back.
Icon ready for rope.
So as that kind of happens, the turn order works around again, and the assassins resume their attacks. The assassin over here, it's her turn now. She's going to come running over to Kip and try and deliver a attack to Kip's chest with like a lunging stab. So she's going to go ahead and roll that, and it's pretty nimble. She's going to roll an 11. Kip at a -1. Can you actually? You know what? No, that's not fair. At a +2. Roll me a d20 at a +2. And it,
Every goddamn time.
Well, you're gonna get ninja shanked, unfortunately. So you take a striking 11 damage in a stab in your chest, and the impact is like diverted a bit, but you've definitely suffered a nasty bit of a shank there. So it's not pleasant. And then can you go ahead and just quickly roll another roll for me, and I'll tell you if it's a bad thing or not. Just
Another
a d20.
20. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh my God.
You don't feel so good. This blade pierces into your flesh, and now you kind of feel a little nauseous.
I think I'm gonna throw up everywhere.
Yeah, you're poisoned, unfortunately. It seems that you've been poisoned by this stab. So there we go, little icon for poisoning.
I only had one sip of wine.
Now every time that your turn comes around, you're going to take a little bit of damage from poison. And now we move on to the other assassin who's going to see this stuff go down. She's going to be like, oh my God, Tiffany, get the fuck out of the way. I have to kill these people. And she's going to run over and try and stab Laszlo. And she is going to do a 15 on that. Laszlo, can you go ahead and give me a +3? You know what? No, actually, +2. D20 +2. See if you can defend against getting shanked. You damn well better believe that Laszlo doesn't want to get shanked today after taking so many. So, Laszlo, how would you like to avoid this? Why don't you go ahead and describe to me how you critically decide that you would like to not get shanked today?
I want to use her momentum against her to toss her into the one.
Okay, so she's going to come over to try and stab you, and you're just going to, like, slam her into the other one who just stabbed Kip.
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll let that happen. I'll let that be the result of your roll to defend against it. So you smash them into each other, and they're like knocked over a little bit. And I'm just gonna roll for both of them unmodified to see. Doesn't even matter. All right, yeah, fucking bowling for elves. Here we go. Doodle-doo. They're both sprawled to the ground. They're not happy about it. They're like, oh fuck, you got used as a weapon against me. Get out of my way, idiot.
Get out of my way.
And which is appropriate because now it's Mom's turn, and Mom is going to be like, oh, fucking morons. And she's going to try and finish off Ropes McGee down here, chucking ropes every which way. So she's going to go ahead and try and deliver. Dara, you took 11 damage from that shank.
I took damage from the arrows too? But not a lot? I can't remember.
No, you didn't take damage from the arrows. You managed to dodge it.
So is it 11? Because you rolled 11 for damage, I take 11? Or how does that work?
You take -11.
You put it
I just
in.
updated it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so there you go.
All right.
You've taken some stabbage from a knife, but you didn't shoot yourself, thankfully.
Okay.
All right, so Angry Mama Elf is going to go ahead and just literally try and stab Keefe in the heart. And she's gonna get have a bit of a wonky start there. Are you going to luck out with your rolls? I can give you a +4. D20 +4 here, little dancy gnome. Dance your way to freedom. You danced your way just out of a shank to the chest from Mama Elf, trying to end your life with a stab to the heart and poison you. You're like, nope, not how it works today. And she's like, goddamn gnomes and their small hit boxes. And now we come to the elf who is tied up in the back. She is going to try and unbind herself from your magic rope. I'm going to say that she can do it, but it's not going to let her do anything else on her turn. She is no longer able to do anything for this turn, which means Laszlo's turn is upon us. Laszlo, what are you going to do in this situation?
I am so taken aback by Tiffany's heroic gesture that I run.
Oh.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you got any of that. I'm so taken aback that I defend Tiffany's honor by slamming.
Susan? You're
Damn
muted
it.
again.
Damn it!
I've taken a vow of silence.
I'm gonna slam this elf into the wall.
All right, cool. You're gonna do a little bit of elf wall slamming. Gotcha.
Yes, I'm very smitten with Tiffany at this point. I must defend her.
All right, fair enough. And as you do so, in the background, like through all the fighting, somebody out of nowhere just yells, "Krusty Carney, thanks for the resub." And then you're like, "What the fuck?" Okay, and then you keep going about your business. So go ahead and roll me a d20. We're gonna say it a +4 because she's still busy being distracted by getting kicked by Tiffany, and also taking arrows. But it's not gonna be a really good roll. What is she gonna do in reply? She's gonna fucking El Toro the shit out of you. She's gonna sidestep around Tiffany, and you're gonna come charging in, and you're gonna be like, "Damn it." And to which she will respond by trying to simultaneously push Tiffany out of the way and stab you, because it's her turn now. So she's going to try for the push on Tiff, and she's going to try to shank you in the chest. Oh boy. Can you both roll me a d20? And I'll say, Tiffany, you get a +4. Laszlo, you get a +3. Oh, okay. All right. All right, Tiffany, this is what's going to go down. Your Susan is going to try and shove you out of the way in order to shank Laszlo, but you're going to take that as an invitation to get up in her grills, because it's like, you know, when your sister shoves you, you're like, "Oh, bitch," and you step in front of her to throw down, right? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, you've stepped in front of an oncoming knife attack. So you're going to get some family shankage for 9 points of damage. And then I want you to roll me a d20 at no modifier. Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what? A d20 at +4, because I imagine your family would have done a little bit of poison resistance training. Yeah, you're fine on the poison, but you take 9 points of, like, Susan damage.
Susan, what the hell?
Oh my god, Tiff, get the fuck out of the way!
Susan! That fucking hurts, Susan!
What have I done? Oh my god!
Susan! I thought we were close. Susan?
Tiff, Christ, we're at work, but oh god! She feels really bad about it, actually. She's your family. Which brings us to the next elven assassin above Keefe, who's going to be like, "Oh god, just stand still so I can shank you," to this dancy fucking fancy gnome. So let's see if we can get some more dancy fancy gnomage. Oh, that's
That's not good.
That's not good, no. Tell you what, why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20 at a +3 here, and let's hope you get a critical. and not a critical fail. No, that's gonna be not enough, I'm afraid. Transaction denied. You do not dodge. Dodge? You don't dodge the stab.
Dodge the stab.
Cool. So, you get stabbed. You just straight up get stabbed. It's not in the heart, thankfully, but you are going to take 15 points of damage.
Oh.
And then I want you to roll me a d20 at a +1 and see if you can resist poison.
Please.
Well, the good news is it's not a critical fail. The bad news is you're poisoned.
Okay.
Yeah. So you didn't dodge hard enough.
Okay.
All right. So everyone's a little stabbed and poisoned-y right now, which brings us back to Tiffany's turn. Tiffany, what are you going to do in your turn here? You've just been stabbed by your sister.
Yeah. Mom! Mom, can we just take a time out, Mom? Mom, Susan stabbed me. You guys know that it's getting out of hand. Mom, can we just have everybody just like line up? Let's have an adult conversation instead of always stabbing everybody. Like you always do, Mom.
Like you always do. Are you telling me you're trying to do a diplomacy roll on your mother?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. I'll give you a d20 and a -4 if you wanna go that route with this.
Okay. I'm also trying to decide if I want to do something else.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you if it doesn't go the way you want it to. I'll still let you try to do something minor.
Okay. -4.
All right. Your mom is a little busy trying to stab a gnome.
So I just turn around and slap the knife, or try to slap the knife out of Susan's hand.
All right. So you're so Susan's like still like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Like, no, don't tell mom. I'm sorry. It's fine. You're fine. And
Susan, I swear to God, Susan.
and you use that opportunity to do the old sibling, like pretend you're hurt and then like give them the old retribution. So
Yeah.
you go to like tied up. Your hands are still tied up, but you like go to slap her knife out of her hand.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll me a d20. Minus. No, you know what? No minuses, no pluses, just unmodified. I'll give you a defense roll from her. Oh, she's a little too distraught at having stabbed you.
So she kicked Susan?
Yeah, so you knock Susan's knife out of her hands, and she's like, oh, fuck, Tiffany! Like, God damn it!
Yeah, I tried to pick that up, I dare you, and I can't do it, but I imagine I'd start dancing around the knife.
With your fresh stab wound, you just go on a little ha-ha, even though you've been stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us back to Kip, who is going to take, let's see here. You're going to take just 1 point of poison damage.
Okay.
And now it's your turn. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna help Tiffany and Laszlo. I would like to try to shoot that's her sister. I'm gonna try to shoot.
Wait, which one?
The one right in front of Tiffany. Susan. That's
Susan over there. That one is
I'm
Susan.
sure Tiffany will be really mad at me if I shoot Susan, but fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm gonna try to with my bow and arrow, just shoot. Nothing fancy, because I'm not. You know what happens when I try to do fancy things? So I'm just gonna just take one shot at her.
Hold on a second. So just gonna. No, it's not. That's not bright enough. There we go. I've labeled her for your convenience. You're gonna try and shoot Susan?
Yeah.
She's a little out of commission at the moment. Not really a threat to anybody.
Yeah, but also I just want less of them to be alive. Well, wait, is she out for the rest of she's done so?
I mean, she's really injured. She got her knife slapped out of her hand by her sister. She might like get into a family tiff, but she's not
fine.
actively trying to stab Keefe in the chest.
Okay, I'll go for that one then. Yeah, right. Okay, I'll go for that one.
You're gonna go for mom, or are you gonna go for that one?
Whoever's actively stabbing her in the chest.
They both are.
They
They're both
all
trying
are.
to stab, but
I'll go
this
for
one was the
mom.
one who actually stabbed.
I made
Goofy.
him real mad with the rope.
Okay, then I'll go for that one then. I'll aggravate him some more if I can actually get a shot off.
All right, cool. And you're just gonna shoot straight once at that elf.
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, friendly fire would normally be an issue, but this is an elf and a gnome, so the height difference is night and day.
I don't even have to like. Okay.
You don't even have to worry.
Okay.
Unless but we'll get to that when it comes. We'll cross that bridge. She's a little distracted. You're poisoned, but you know what? I'm gonna say I'll give you a +3 on the shot.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a nice.
Finally!
Nice!
Woo!
All right. Let's hope that she doesn't have a good time dodging. She has a terrible time dodging. She's not really in a good position for that. So what's going to happen is now that elf over there is going to get shot, and I want you to roll me. Were you aiming anywhere in particular?
In
Or
between the eyes.
You're trying to just straight up murder the bitch.
Kill
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? You rolled an unmodified or an unnatural 20. I'll say that's a headshot. Roll me 5 damage dice, please.
Ooh.
All right. For 5 dice, that's actually pretty low. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was 2 1s and
Oh,
a 2.
God.
But it's
Probably
still
not.
enough to so it doesn't kill her, but it does send an arrow into her cheek, which causes her to go oh, like in pain, and obviously she's not going to have the best time, so she's getting a little frowny face of I'm not having a good time there status. And then we move on to Keefe, who just watched this elf who stabbed her take an arrow to the cheek and is now bleeding and screaming. So Keefe, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna try and light Tiffany's mom on fire.
Ugh.
All right, fair enough. How are you going to do that?
I'm just gonna try and generate a fireball just right at her, at gnome level though, so she hopefully doesn't see it coming as much.
So you're going to from down below Kamehameha, like a ball of fire into this woman?
Yeah, yes.
All right, I'll give you a +5 on that because you've done enough fire for the day that you're fairly expectant on how to do fire. So +5, roll me a d20. Shit, that's a nat. Damn.
Woo!
I light Mama on fire.
Bye,
You
Mom.
just critical fireballed, Mom.
Sorry, Tiffany. I lit your mom on fire.
She is going to get a defense roll, but it's going to go very poor. Oh, wow, actually.
Ooh,
it
that's
would've-
good.
Whoa.
Wow.
Not so poorly.
Mama Assassin's pretty damn well trained, but unfortunately she's not damn well trained enough to take a fireball to the midriff from a gnome in an enclosed space. So she's going to take a lot of damage from that. Can you go ahead and roll me 4 damage dice, please, with a modifier of +1?
4.
Nice. You engulf her in flame at a minus 14 there. Oh boy. Oof. And we're just gonna quickly. You know what? I'm gonna say that she's just on fire. Like that's just what she has to deal with. Do you have anything to say about that, Tiffany? Do you notice, or are you a little busy with Susan?
No, I probably noticed the giant ball of fire engulfing my mother. Mom, stop, drop, and roll. You know how this works. It worked for him earlier. Just stop, drop, and roll, Mom. Shake it off, Mom.
All right, fair. Yeah, so she's gonna take that, and then on her next turn, she'll take some damage from being on fire. So we're moving on to the third round of combat for all of the rolls and stuff, and it's at this point that I have a little something here for you all that I thought was actually going to be a lot more needed, but you guys are doing pretty well. But What is that noise?
It's my.
Somebody
It's
dishes?
Evie, like going to town on her food. Like the food bowl
Okay.
shakes. Sorry,
It's all
I'll
good.
just like mute.
So yeah, this was a situation that I was hoping would help you against the super speedy stabbing ninjas, which I thought were going to completely overpower you very quickly, and haven't, because they're abysmal. But to be fair, you guys have been rolling really well in response to these good rolls that these have been doing. But as you guys kind of sit there in the room fighting, and everybody's kind of like throwing down and having it out, you can kind of hear the sound of like a bit of a rumble as something strikes into the wall outside of this hallway, and you're not really sure like what the hell that sound was the first time you hear it, but then you hear a bit of an impact that goes something a little more like this. And as that noise goes off, a hole is blown in the wall, and you can kind of see the light of day flooding in as the night has turned to day, and you're more of a daytime situation now. And running through the hole is Dallin with his mighty obsidian pickaxe on the way. And as he blows through the wall, he's like, "Oh yeah!" And he comes running into the room to kind of help with the fight, because, you know, apparently he had been tailing you guys and wanted to make sure that things had gone well in the city. So now Dallin has entered the fray, and for those of you who aren't in the know, Dallin is their dwarven companion who they've known since the first episode, who is always naked and is generally covered by his beard. And yeah, he's I'm glad that it wasn't lost on Saji that he has red hair and just blew through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man. Because honestly, who else could I have chosen as soon as MWB sent me a map with a hole in the wall like the Kool-Aid Man came through it? So yeah, with that absurd little interruption there, we resume our fight, and I'm gonna roll initiative for him, which is at an addition of a 4. Cool, he did really poorly on that roll, so he trips and stumbles as he comes in. He's like, "Oh yeah," and then he's drunk, so obviously he does like slides a bit of a face grind into the room, but recovers, leaving the other assassins to kind of resume their duties in trying to assassinate you. So the one who got knocked over into the other one is going to get back up, but the whole process of recovering from said little toss there is going to take up their turn. Same with the next one. So you've kind of denied them their ability to do stuff. Mama Bear over there, Mama Elf, is currently on fire. And she is going to take, let's see, how much damage is she going to take from fire today? But if you go in the woods today, you're going to take 1 point of damage from fire. And that happens to her. So she's like, "Oh my God, Jesus Christ, I'm on fire. What the fuck? This is the weirdest gnome I've ever had to deal with in my life." So she's going to try to put a lot of effort into putting that fire out. And because she is well-versed in the family's technique of stop, drop, and roll, she is going to manage to kind of roll around on the ground and deal with that flame, but not do anything in offense towards Keefe. Which now brings us to the assassin who is behind them, who got tied up and de-roped herself. She's going to take a little bit of offense to the new entry of the dwarf and run over to this drunken mess of a man and try and engage him in a fight. Which brings us to Laszlo. Laszlo, it is your turn. What are you going to do?
Okay, Laszlo is going to make a very drastic move here, and I'm talking as me, just to let you know.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
So this is what's going to happen. Laszlo is going to, with all his martial might, grab Susan and use her as a way to stop the fight. So, like, I'm gonna grab her and like threaten to kill her if we don't stop fighting. If the family.
Oh, I see. You're gonna like gun to the head. Everyone fucking stop it, or I'm gonna blow her brain.
Yes. So.
All right. So a little Susan hostage action. I gotcha. All right. You know what? That's fair. Roll me a d20 at like a plus 4. Give me +4. Try and take her hostage with your gun. Wow, that's a pretty good roll. Is Susan going to be able to deal with your shenanigans? She's not going to be able to deal with it. So congratulations, you managed to take Susan hostage. You're pointing a gun at her. You've got your arm around her. She doesn't have her knife anymore. Tiffany's like glaring daggers at her because she got literally daggered by her Susan, her sister. Fuck.
Susan, how could you, my Susan? You deserve it.
My Susan.
My Susan.
So Laszlo, is there anything you'd like to say now that you've managed to? I'll give you a free action of just
absolutely. All right, everybody in here, we came to make peace, and I will blow this Susan's brains out if you don't all stop right now. We have serious things to discuss.
Susan is going to take her turn next in that response, but depending on her reply might affect the whole outcome of this attempt here. So she's bound and held in place and there's a gun to her head, but she is a ninja, so she is going to try and struggle free. She's going to... I don't care where you're from, she's going to fucking suck at that. You go ahead and roll me a d20 at like a +4, Laszlo, and as long as it's not a critical failure, we can just move forward. Yeah, this is where things stop. That was a natural 20. You put an end to these shenanigans. It turns out that everyone actually really likes Susan, and she's one of the favorites of the whole little gathering here. And as you declare that you're going to end Susan's life, these hardcore assassins are all going to kind of like take a moment from their shenanigans of trying to stab a nomad elf and a freaking gnome and dealing with a drunken dwarf who Kool-Aid manned his way through the wall. They're gonna stop for a bit here, so they're gonna put this fight on hold, and everyone's gonna stand there, and the mother is going to go, wait, hold on, we can come to an arrangement.
But is she still on fire?
No, she put herself out. She gets up after stop dropping and rolling, and she sees that her daughter's being held, and despite being a badass ninja clan, her maternal instincts take over, and she's like, "Don't kill my daughter." And so now you've got her ear, and everyone's for the time being has stopped trying to stab each other.
We are the emissaries of an absolutely necessary attack on this unknown force that wants to destroy our world. You have no idea what you are interrupting, and I am pleading to you with my greatest compassion to ask you to stop and allow us to, for a moment, see reason. We must be allowed to stop this horrible action and take your daughter, who does not want to be an assassin, and have her be part of our group, not as a murder director, but as a dancer. She cares not for killing. She wants to be a performer. Let her be part of our crew, and let us go about our serious business.
And Tiffany's mother kind of looks at Laszlo a bit, and then the words kind of go through her head, and then she just looks over at Tiffany and she goes, "Tiffany, you don't want to be an assassin?"
"Oh, Mom, I've always just wanted to dance. I mean, I'm good at jazz, hip hop,
sorry,
freestyle, breakdance. You know, Mom, Irish step dancing. I know it all. It's just the only thing I've ever wanted."
This is so fucking silly. All right, I'm good. We're good. It's back to we're actors. We're professionals. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, your mother with like concern in her eyes. It's like, I didn't, my baby, you never told me this.
I thought you would be able to tell from the dancing I always did.
I thought you were just training yourself to be more agile when you kill people.
Mom, you know this is hard for me to talk about. I was just wanting to dance. I just wanted to dance. When I would slide and you thought that it was just so I could kill people? No, it's from the heart, Mom. It's from the heart.
Oh, my daughter, my baby. I know I can be hard on you girls. I know the family it's hard for us to uphold this proud tradition. You know, we've always been very good at killing people. It's been in our blood for longer than I've known, but I always will love you as a mother before I love you as a leader. And if you don't want to do this, then I can understand that you would want to pursue your love of dancing.
I can dance and not kill people?
No, baby, no. You don't have to kill people.
I didn't know you'd be so understanding, Mom.
I can be a bit much sometimes, but seeing Susan there, you know, with a gun to the head of my child, I am a professional, but this is too much.
She did stab me, Mom.
What?
She said...
Susan, is this true? I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, Mom. It was just, he's got a gun.
No, look, Mom, look, like right there. I had to knock it out of her hand. She stabbed me. Right here.
Susan, did you stab your sister?
That was from her. You can see the cut. It's very much like her knife.
Oh my God, we will have to have a talk about this. But do you want? This is not going at all as planned. This is a little too unexpected. I think what would be best is if everyone here packed up and we just left. We just stopped this, and I make no promises for our commitments, but for this day, we were happy to let you go and take my daughter, and we could revisit this situation at a later date.
Can I still write, Mom?
Of course, my baby darling. You will always be welcome. You're in the dojo.
The places that I dance.
I will. Please invite me to your performances. I just want to see you thrive in this world.
You're getting the first invite, Mom. I didn't know.
Just thank you, my daughter. And she like walks over to embrace Tiffany.
I'm still tied up, but I like hug her. Like,
yeah, you like do the like elbows or shoulders. Sorry, not elbows.
Elbows up.
Elbows up. Hug.
She's gonna be the best dancing director we've ever seen.
She'll be amazing.
And
untie me. Could someone?
I'm sorry I lit your mom on fire.
Yeah, I'll untie you. Sorry about that.
Okay. It's okay. Those things happen.
Also, I let Susan go.
There you
go.
As you guys kind of like do this as well, Dolan kind of recovers from his like drunken face slide in on the gravel and gets up and is kind of swinging his weapon around. He's like, ah! Is there anything you guys want to do about that? As the other assassin here is kind of like, oh shit, fuck.
Dolan, we've handled it. You kind of came in a little late.
What?
We've settled things. It's fine. Calm down.
Who are they?
It's a family of ninja assassins, but it's fine. It's fine.
So I was following. I saw you guys leaving, but there was a bar, and I thought,
Why don't you go sit on that rubble over there? You call.
I'll do that, and he just falls backwards, like into a little puff of like dust.
Okay,
so yeah, there we go. Now you guys will just awkwardly sit there and share a moment. Like, oh, the drunken dwarf. Cool, neat.
Yeah, it's fucking classic.
That guy. Is that just one of your friends?
This is normal.
Oh,
He
okay.
just does that. He's just drunk.
He's saved us from many scraps.
Yeah, don't look under the beard.
Oh,
Don't touch
Just
any
don't.
part of him.
I think
actually.
he has
Just-
another beard under there, actually.
Yeah,
do you have
don't.
insurance? Because it seems like he did a little bit of damage.
I mean,
My family has many many large silos full of gold. We'll take care of it.
So if we leave now, maybe they won't know we were here.
So
Yeah.
who hired you to come after us in the first place? Tiffany mentioned that we're ordered to die.
Well,
Which of them are you asking? Like the mother?
Yes, the mother.
She kind of narrows her eyes a bit and is like, I can't. Someone of great wealth and influence hired us to deal with the problem here, but I can see that perhaps I need to give way to my morals over my honor in this situation. You all seem like you're doing something very important for the world, and honestly, the guy who hired us was really unpleasant. He wouldn't take his eyes off my chest. It was very unnerving. You know what? I'll give you the information you need, and we can all reconvene at your ship and readdress this situation. Is that okay?
Yes.
yeah.
as long as you don't, no funny business.
No, there will be no funny business.
Okay.
All right, so you guys pack your stuff up and you head back to the ship. And before we end our adventures here, is there anything you guys maybe want to say to Tiffany or before we call it?
I'm gonna walk up to Tiffany and just put my hand on her shoulder, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I doubted you. It took a lot of courage to admit it just then, but I really think that you're gonna be an amazing dancer."
thank you.
You're-
Sorry for all the trouble and trying to kill you. I mean,
It's okay. I knew that you weren't a murderer. I told you that. I knew that
Yeah.
that just wasn't in your blood, but dancing
you-
is.
but you didn't like my bread?
But you said that you didn't make that. Was that also a lie?
Yeah, I made the bread.
Oh, but I never even tried it. Remember? Yeah.
I'm gonna make you some bread.
You know what? Yeah. Go.
I'm
yes.
gonna
can make
overhear
me some
this,
bread.
and I'm gonna walk over and give Tiffany the bread knife.
What? But I hurt him with this.
So you can bake all the bread that you want to make. And you
Really?
can protect yourself because that spear ain't gonna do shit next time. So
Yeah, that-
you really need this to
Thank you.
protect
I've
yourself.
never gotten such a lovely gift before. I'm gonna make you bread too.
Oh, I'd love some bread.
Bread for everybody.
Bread for everybody.
And I just cradle the knife. And there's probably blood still all over it.
Yeah, and Kip and Keefe, can you just go ahead and each roll me a d20 real quick, unmodified? Just Kip, you got one coming.
Oh,
Okay.
my.
All right, nice, excellent. So Keefe, you hiccup a little bit, and it's adorable. And Kip kind of like turns over to you and is like, "Oh yeah, like oh, she's probably still poisoned." And then Kip is definitely still poisoned because you take, let's see here, you're gonna take 9 points of internal damage, and then you're gonna throw up all over Keefe.
No.
Oh my! I'm so sorry. Oh my god! I'm so
Oh
sorry.
yeah, the poison does that to you.
Oh, when does it go away? Oh,
If you eat some of my bread, it might absorb some of it.
that's a really good idea.
And Tiffany's
Gonna
mother
pour
over
the
here is
water
saying,
on my
like,
head.
No, don't eat the fucking bread. Here, and she like takes out vials of antidote and hands you both a little vials of antidote.
Just more poison. No, shut up.
Just drink it. And then I'm just gonna start pouring my water on myself, just like miserably, like.
Do I immediately start feeling better?
Yes, you do. It takes effect pretty quickly.
Oh. I'm so sorry I threw up on you, Kiwi. Can we pretend that never happened ever?
Never happened. I don't want to remember it either.
Okay, good. Nobody saw anything. This didn't happen.
No.
There's like a couple of like glances of all the ninjas in the room, and they all just kind of like nod their heads together.
Never happened.
Laszlo, is there anything maybe you want to say before we end the adventure here?
Yes, I saunter up to Tiffany and I bow and I take her hand and I kiss it gently and I say, "It was ravishing to meet you. I hope that we have adventures in the future." And I just kind of smile at her.
Oh, she's definitely blushing at this point. I that would be really nice, Laszlo. I would love to go on an adventure with you.
And as you're having this little discussion, yet another one of those young children's kind of street urchins come running into the room and pantses Laszlo. And Laszlo, how do you want to reply to that?
I grab the top of my pants, preventing them from being pulled down.
The child is very persistent. He's like holding all of his weight onto your pants as they're like trying to like.
I kick the child away and I say, "Gods, get away from me!"
You're so good with children.
Your foot passes through the child as if he didn't even exist,
Laszlo!
and he kind of like,
does
shimmers.
Apologize. Sorry.
He shimmers out of existence as it happens, and you can kind of hear like another child voice be like, "Apologize to the gods."
What was that? In my fevered state, I think I heard the gods talk to me. I apologize for my brash behavior earlier, and I ask for their favor, and I really want to stop being bothered by ghost children.
All right. So either half of Jakiri, are you here? Is there anything you guys want to say? Maybe. Is there and also holding action? Thank you for the host.
Oh shit! Thank you. Sorry, I didn't even see that. Thanks, holding action. Welcome.
Yeah, Kiri or Jikar, are you guys around? Either of you? You were here like literally the whole broadcast.
Just like the gods to duck out.
Don't get them angry again, Laszlo. Classic Laszlo.
All right, we're going to ignore that statement. You received the blessing of Jakiri, and now the curse upon you that was actually preventing you from receiving any favor from any of the other Pantheon is lifted. And in its place, you can hear a little kind of jingling noise. And I really should have had this. Hold on 1 second. Just a little ball of light kind of phases into existence over Laszlo's head, and it looks like a little, almost kind of like a golden snitch from Harry Potter, you know. And it kind of materializes over his head, and as it floats there, you can see that it has like a little pipe sticking out of it. It looked like as if it was smoking a pipe, you know, like a dad pipe, like a solid dad pipe. And it floats over him, and hold on, sorry, 1 second. I should get these things ready easier. You know what? We'll just, oh fuck. I realize now that it's a good idea to get your voice mods ready before you start your broadcast.
Nerdy.
And test them. Hello. Okay, hello. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. There we go. That's perfect. As the orb hovers over your head, it says, Hey Laszlo. Hey Laszlo. Hey Laszlo. Hey Laszlo. 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 Laszlo.
Yes? Is this
How many-
God?
Nah. No, son. No, son. But hey, sport. How many apples grow in a tree?
I don't know how to answer that question.
All of them. And with that dad joke, we end our episode.
Jesus Christ. Oh my Lord.
Hey.
Oh boy, what a meme. What a meme game. Why aren't my credits rolling? This is awkward. Oh my god, she just went AFK. But that's okay. We'll surprise her when she gets back. A wild terror appears. Pro streamer, you know. You know, I'm gonna wait, like, last minute and hope that she gets back. I'm not gonna hit that raid button until, like, the last minute. Or it will just, I don't remember how these work. I think it just automatically takes you. But I'm not gonna hit the button. Of course she's AFK, right? This happens all the time with us. I know. I know. I'm gonna type in a chat. Sladari, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the Minkle fam. I'm so impatient. Oh, she's getting tacos. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's just twiddle our thumbs here. I wish I knew jokes. I wish I knew some